benefit is astounding. Inflating the values of assets by whatever means necessary to increase Mr. Trump's purported net worth. All told, we uncovered more than 200 examples of false and misleading asset valuations that were used on his statements. The pattern of fraud and deception that was used by Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization for their own financial benefit is astounding. Inflating the values of assets by whatever means necessary to increase Mr. Trump's purported net worth. All told, we uncovered more than 200 examples of false and misleading asset valuations that were used on his statements. The pattern of fraud and deception that was used by Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization for their own financial benefit is astounding. Inflating the values of assets by whatever means necessary to increase Mr. Trump's purported net worth. All told.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. So the title of this foolery today is When You Dig a Hole, okay? When you dig a hole for someone, make sure you dig 2 holes. Letitia James, President Trump. We gonna discuss the foolery. Good morning, Stephen. How are you? Embrace the grace. How are you, my sister? It's good to see you. Let's get into the nonsense this morning. Hey, the real team. What's up, baby? So, I have always said this. When you get ready to dig a hole for someone, make sure you dig 2. See, there's a right way and a wrong thing. There's a right way and a wrong way to do something to somebody. Do you hear me? There's a right and a wrong way to do something to somebody. Now, if you were coming at President Trump, right, and you had the right and the understanding of what you were doing, and the law was behind you, and you didn't go for no little tit and tat nonsense, that you actually had someone doing a crime, okay? Because these things that we come at Trump for, the stuff that they have said about this man, many people have done this thing, okay? Many people have done this thing. There are times you have wrote stuff down and you think this is how much this is worth, okay? Because you want to get out something. You don't actually know the worth. So what do? They send an appraiser, okay? They send an appraiser to see how much the property is worth. And so Letitia James thought she had something. She thought she did. Now, what Trump has done about the way he raised the price of Mar-a-Lago, I know I'm saying that wrong, the price that, you know, his home, okay? The way he made it so expensive, okay, to the bank. But the bank, this is the funniest thing, y'all. Anytime the bank want to check on a property, they go and get appraisers to figure out how much this property is. That's in anything when you're trying to use collateral. I know everybody knows that when it comes to a house or a home or property. You know what I'm saying? So Letitia thought, Letitia, am I saying her name? Letitia. Letitia thought she was doing something. She thought she had him because she said, no one is above the law. But when you dig a grave, baby, for someone, you got to dig 2. Because now they got you under the microscope for the same thing. They're trying to figure out how does How does, okay, not how does, how do, am I saying that right? Let me make sure I got that right. I'm just talking. How is someone in your position, okay? How someone in your position is making that much money? They're still trying to figure this out, okay? They're still trying to figure this out. How someone in your position, okay? How someone in your position is making that much money. And now you're in question. Good morning, Corey Joe. Good morning, Green Beans. How are you? So now all hell is breaking loose. And, you know, when I play The Big Payback, a lot of people laugh when I play The Big Payback by James Brown. But this is the uncomfortable truth. A lot of y'all came for this man all because someone sent you. They always say when you want something done, send a black woman to do it. Every person who went against Trump, they sent a black woman to do it. But at the same time, the black woman didn't understand that she might have skeletons in her closet herself before she went after Trump. She didn't know, she thought maybe, okay, that he would have lost, okay? Because if Kamala Harris would have won, okay, we wouldn't be talking about Letitia James right now. We wouldn't be saying nothing about her. But since Trump has won, all hell has broken loose in here. And so she has been relieved of her duties. They have took her clearance away. Yeah. Because why? Why did they take her clearance away? Because they're saying that she has a personal vendetta against President Trump. That's what they said. She has a personal vendetta against President Trump. Do you think so? Do anybody think Letitia James, I hope I'm saying her name right, has a personal vendetta against Donald Trump? I know y'all heard her many times all over social media screaming that she's gonna get him, that that's not her president and all that. And mind you, you work for the government. If anybody want to say all that stuff, it's supposed to be us, we the people. But you work for the government. Are you supposed to be shouting at rallies talking about he's not the president and this and that? Okay? But the same thing that Dems accuse Republicans of, they do the same thing. And I'm going to share something with you. I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. And I think maybe that's why I can see the nonsense. This is why I say black people, we should be independent. We shouldn't be Republican or Democrat. Let them wait to count us. Because you can see nonsense on both sides. Now, when you look at Letitia James, when you look at her, right? All the stuff that she have said over social media about Trump, baby, that is like ingrained in this woman's soul. It's ingrained. This is not just a regular you're trying to press charges against somebody. No, this is like you're going after your enemy. Now, was she supposed to use her office to go after this man? Because the stuff that she went after him for, a lot of businessmen and women have done the same thing. And she has done the same thing too. When it comes to telling the bank she had more assets than what she was supposed to. Or when it comes to her telling the bank, okay, now we got to say alleged. But for her coming and telling the bank that this property is worth more than what it really is. See, the uncomfortable truth is that most of us, you don't know actually what your property is unless someone come and appraise it, right? So all hell is breaking loose in DC. Good morning, A-Team. How are you? And this is the thing. Like Kamala Harris has sat up here and said, oh, he has wrote out a list of who he's going to deal with, of who he's going to deal with, and this and that. This is what she said all over social media. But the uncomfortable truth is that you and Biden put up the list. You and Biden put up the list of who you were going to go at. And the first person on the list was Trump. Because how is it that you got black women in full force that's in power to come after this one man? And my sisters, why did y'all even sign up for that? Letitia James, okay? And then Fannie. How did y'all even be like, yeah, I'ma do it? And y'all had bullshit going on in your own backyard. You know what I'm saying? You got nonsense going on in your own backyard. Do you understand? Quincy, thank you for the 99 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. Can you imagine? Corey Joe, thank you for the 12-month membership. Me and Take Heed down like 4 flats. Hit that button. Thank you. Hit that like button. Thank you, Corey Joe. I appreciate you, baby. Yes, we are. Thank you, baby. So, let's go into the foolery, okay? Now, shout out to Melanie King, okay? Shout out to Melanie King before we go and do our foolery. But before we get to Melanie King, because she got a nice breakdown of what's going on, and I want y'all to hear it. She could tell it better than I can, But before we get into our foolery, I want to say this one thing. To Cat Williams. Sir, if you are watching my stream, I am so sorry for using your video. I just want to share that with you. Because I should have asked for your permission first before I use your video. And I want to tell you I'm sorry. Okay? I got the email and everything. And that's why I had emailed you back. So I want to say I'm sorry. I got the email straight from YouTube. So I want to say that I'm sorry. I apologize. And like I told you in the email, I will never use your content again. Okay? So once again, I'm so sorry. I did not know. I saw everybody else using it, so I thought that I could use it too. And maybe they got your permission and that's why they used it. So I just wanted to say that. So I apologize, sir. Please forgive me. I ain't know. I'm new to this content creation. So I didn't know what I was doing was wrong. Okay. So if you're watching me right now, I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's continue. Let's get into the foolery. Let's get into the nonsense. Because Melanie King, Melanie King had did this. Listen, Melanie King had dropped this, okay? Melanie King had dropped this baby, okay? Now, let's continue. Let me see. Let me go straight to what... Let me see. Here we go. Melanie King did the damn thing. It was good. Okay, let's start off with Melanie King. Shout out to Melanie King. And everything is alleged. Hey, Shay, what's up, baby? Everything is alleged. Now, I know y'all want to ask me some certain questions about what I said about Cat Williams, okay? I directly got a strike from Cat Williams. I directly got a strike from him. I was wondering, I'm like, who would, my small little channel, who would do that? You know what I'm saying? But it was him. They said from the owner, and they put his name and everything. So that was the problem. Okay. And they gave the email and everything. Okay, so that's what it was. Okay, so listen, y'all, I'm telling you right now, I ain't even know. There were so many people that used the video clip. I ain't even know that you was gonna get in trouble like that. You know what I'm saying? I did not know. My small little channel. Can you imagine? I was like, oh my God, my small little channel. And I have never gotten like I got blocked before by famous people, but nope, 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 nope. So far, I only got blocked by one person. But I had never had a strike before. And I have been doing this like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anderson, I'm gonna share something with you, baby. You must be new to my stuff because I never seen bigger than what I am. Never. I never do that. 18, you ain't had to hide them, baby. It's okay. I don't. One thing I want to share with y'all. Y'all know Take Heed never act like she bigger than what she is. I always tell y'all I'm regular. I'm an average Joe. I only came to say that because I didn't know I was doing something wrong. I ain't even know. I ain't even know because I had dubbed it with my own stuff, and so I thought you could use it, and I saw other content creators using it, and I clipped it from their stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I swear I did not know. So I'm not. I would never sit up here and act like I'm bigger than what I am. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I tell you where I shop at. I tell you, listen, this is what it is. I try not to act like I'm some big content creator that's rich and all this. I'm not one of those content creators that get up here and be like, I'm rich, I'm balling. I don't like to fake the funk. Okay? I don't like to fake the funk. Okay, it probably is. You probably right. But YouTube said it came straight from him. You probably right, Anderson. But it still came from him. Am I right? And I'm not sitting up here acting like I'm bigger than what I am. Baby, you must be new to my channel. No, Taki, don't act like that. So anyway, let's get into the foolery. Shout out to Melanie King. Let's get into the nonsense. Now, you know it's going to be a commercial first. It's going to be a commercial first. Okay. Why you say no freaky shit? What happened? Oh, 18, you ain't even let him live no more. Damn, 18. 18, you quick. You quick, 18. um, Mimi, what's up, baby? What's going on? How are you? Who else we got in here? Real team said, real recognize real. All good, sister. Spill milk. We know he paying attention to you. I don't know. I don't know if he's paying attention to me. I'm not sitting up here saying he paying attention to me. I just felt bad. That's all. I felt bad. You know, when you're new to this content creation stuff, you don't know like if that's wrong because you see other people doing it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay. So let's get into it. Melanie King. Shout out to Melanie King.
Let me just read this directly because I do not want to mess this up in any way. Breaking news just announced a federal whistleblower and former Pennsylvania State Police employee filed a criminal complaint allegedly linking Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro with the assassination attempt on President Trump. We have the actual document here, and I have a lot to share with you guys. Make sure you're following me here.
Wait a minute, that wasn't it. That's the second thing. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, hold on. I know y'all like, what the hell? Yeah, I know. But wait, we gotta first go to the first thing, okay? We gotta first go to the first thing, okay?
I'm engaging in some sort of political witch hunt, that I've got some personal vendetta against him, that I campaigned against him. That is not true. This illegitimate president who sits in the White House.
That president, because he's not my president, he's an illegitimate president. His days are numbered. His days are numbered.
We've got to get ready to mobilize, and we've got to get ready to agitate and irritate until victory is won, but more importantly, until Trump is defeated. We want our
Does that sound like a person that doesn't have a personal vendetta? Now that was Letitia. That was Letitia James. All y'all heard. Does that sound like she has a personal vendetta, or is she trying to just do her job? What does that sound like, y'all? What does that sound like? Does that sound like she got a personal vendetta, or she trying to do her job? Okay? Does it sound like that? Well, let's continue. Let's see.
And ultimately will bring him down. This illegitimate president, I'm going to give you the same level of respect that you gave to President Obama, and that is absolutely no respect at all. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Secretary, Donald Trump, my number. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up.
That is not true.
Take off the mask.
Now she's sitting up there saying it's not true. She doesn't have a personal vendetta against President Donald Trump. What y'all think? What y'all think? She said, I do not have a personal vendetta against President Donald Trump. Stephen said, lies. You sure, Stephen? You sure? She said, I don't have a personal vendetta against President Donald Trump.
It's not true.
A few moments later.
Moving on, after Joe Biden, U.S. President Donald Trump has revoked the security clearances of his Secretary of State Antony Blinken and former National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. And the move came a day after Trump revoked his predecessor Biden's security clearance and stopped his access to daily intelligence briefings. Now, in a new series of rapid-fire power plays, Trump has also revoked security clearances for former President Biden's Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, who helped coordinate the Department of Justice's response to the January 6, 2021 attacks on the U.S. Capitol. The clearances of the New York Attorney General Letitia James and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who led cases against Trump, were also removed.
So late last night, I saw this come across my timeline on X. If you're not following me, make sure you are at Real Melanie King. All of my socials are on here on the screen, but also the links will be below. But let me, this is a notorious Trump hater. This is a very liberal person on here that posted this, and they were very...
Now, Melanie called her a notorious Trump hater. Now, I didn't say that. I didn't say that, okay? I didn't say that. I was thinking it, but I didn't say that. Let's continue.
But let me read it to you. So, breaking, President Trump has just revoked the security clearances of Secretary of State, former Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, oh, and he has a typo, New York Attorney General Letitia James, and Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. These actions are unprecedented in a democracy. This is not about national security. It's a calculated move of political retribution and obstruction. By targeting officials involved in investigations and foreign policy, Trump is undermining the rule of law and putting America's security at risk. So I just wanted to give that to you, just to get you, get your blood boiling a little bit. But there is so much to this story I want to get into, and it actually involves a story that I broke last year on YouTube. I didn't write the article, but I broke it on YouTube about Letitia James and some dealings that she had with the Irish Society. But we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it looks like time's up for these two, along with several other people. So Roger Stone posted a careful examination of New York Attorney General Letitia James' financial disclosures show she inflated the value of her assets in order to get mortgages on various commercial properties. Exactly what she falsely accused President Trump of doing.
So she accused Trump of doing the same thing that she has done. That's why I'm saying that when you got skeletons in your closet, Don't go after nobody. If you got skeletons in your closet and you are doing nonsense, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't get up there and start going after people. Okay? Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you, Tanya. Can you imagine? This is the nonsense. And she let Biden, she let Kamala she let these two people push her into nonsense. And now what happened? They have revoked. Okay, they have revoked. Oh my God. Let's continue. Let's continue.
This is the story about the Irish society that I broke, and I told Roger Stone, hey, you need to look into this. I posted to Elon Musk, you need to look into this because there's a lot that's going on with her, but I don't know if many people saw this and really have any knowledge of this story. But it's titled An Irish Society, an Unpaid Loan, and the Hypocrisy of Letitia James. Now, to give you a short synopsis of this article, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing, it discusses the financial misconduct of the American Irish Historical Society, and it highlights the New York Attorney General Letitia James' involvement. It centers on James Doyle, a Georgia businessman who loaned $3 million to the society in 2017. The loan was backed by the society's historic Fifth Avenue mansion. When the society failed to repay the loan in August of 2023, Doyle initiated foreclosure proceedings. But Attorney General James blocked this, claiming the mortgage was invalid due to Doyle's board membership. And the article points out the irony of James had previously prosecuted Donald Trump for inflating property values, yet here she is accused of supporting a similar practice. This case is portrayed as showcasing James' hypocrisy in handling legal and financial matters. So this is just one thing that was uncovered, and I know there's many more if you dig into her history and her dealings, and it is claimed that her net worth is in the millions, 20 million plus, and people were trying to figure out how is that possible. So this is just one example of her hypocrisy, where she supports people that she agrees with overinflating the value of their properties, but for her, it was such a big deal that Trump did this, allegedly. That's what that whole lawsuit, the whole case was about. And so Letitia James is in trouble. Now, on top of their security clearances being revoked, he no longer can get into federal buildings. President Trump just banned Letitia James and Alvin Bragg from entering federal buildings. Trump said they will be given given exactly the same punishment as Biden and other crooks. And this is the best news ever. I have tears of joy flowing down my eyes. So they are barred. They can't even enter any type of federal building. Now, this goes along with Trump also revoking the security clearance of Biden, which is what Biden did to Trump when he was sworn in as president.
Didn't he? And he thought that was a big thing too, by revoking Trump's security clearance. He thought that was a big thing. He told everybody about it. He thought that was a big thing. He thought it was a big thing. 18 had said something in here. 18 just put, she said, please be mindful of trying to take others down when you make up stuff on others. You can become just that. Now she right. She right. Now Letitia sat up here and said, I don't have a personal vendetta against President Trump. I don't. But all the rallies that she has attended, you hear her screaming, you're not my president. The same way you did Obama, President Obama, I'm going to do you. You gave him no respect. I'm not going to give you any respect. I'm going to share something with you. And this is one thing I think women, we have to understand. Even when we respect someone, and it's a man, we're going to say a man, we respect this man and maybe we care about him, you know what I'm saying? And he has a disagreement with another man, okay? We need to learn how to stay out of it. Because men disagreement is different from women disagreement, okay? Men disagreement is different from women disagreement, okay? Because Obama still sat right there next to him. You know, they designated the seats, okay, at President Carter's funeral. And Obama sat right next to him. He had to talk to him if he had a problem with him. But he sat up there, they talked, they laughed, and the internet lost their mind. The internet lost their mind. The Republicans was lost. Democrats was lost. Y'all didn't know. But the only thing that those two men were doing was the rules of a man. That's all they was doing. The rules of a man is very different from the rules of women. Because we may not like a woman. We sit next to her. We not going to say nothing. We going to try to scoot our chair over a little bit because I don't want to sit next to that B. Okay? But a man can sit right next to somebody and they might have some words, but they pound it up, boom, 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 and it's good. And they just sit there and start talking. That's how men do. Okay? Okay, I said men. I didn't say jesters. I didn't say Pookie and Ray. I said men. That's how men do. When they have a disagreement, they can pound it out and talk it out, and that's it, and even laugh about it. Okay? I didn't say they're going to be friends, but they can be cordial with one another. Men can do business with their enemies. Wanna know why? Because it makes money. Okay? Okay? You understand? Men can do business with their enemies because it makes money. Women cannot. Once we find out you are our enemy, baby, we ain't doing nothing with you. We ain't doing nothing with you. But see, men can do business with other men that's their enemy, but the only thing is that they'll watch each other. You understand? There'll be no breaking of bread, but we could do business together. When it comes to money, we can do that together. And I think that's the thing none of us understood. Okay? None of us sat there and understood what was going on. Everybody was like, oh, Obama's a traitor, this and that, all this other stuff. You know, y'all was kicking Obama back in. But all he did was the rule of man. That's all he did. That's the rules of men. I'm not going to sit up here and say real man or none of that nonsense. I said that is the rule of man. Okay? That's how men do. They don't get in here and say, I'm scoot over and this and that. They don't do that. Anyway, let's continue, okay? Because Letitia is on fire, honey. She just, it is what it is. You have digged a hole for this man, baby. But you didn't dig the hole for yourself. See, a lot of y'all did this stuff because you know what y'all thought? Y'all thought y'all was going to be able to take him down. That's what you thought. That's what you thought. You thought you were going to be able to take him down. But the thing is, y'all ain't have enough evidence. And I kid you not. That's that whole thing that now y'all have made him a criminal in New York. And he's asking for them to retry it again, or he's pushing back against it, okay? I bet you he get free. Not free, but I bet you everything will get dropped. And he will no longer be a criminal because y'all, he's a felon. Y'all so excited about that he's a felon. Because y'all don't really have a leg to stand on with this stuff. That's why every case kept getting dropped, because you ain't have enough evidence to say that this is what he did. Okay? Anyway, let's continue.
Now, I posted on X and would just put this out here because I want you to see what Laura Loomer had to say. She seems to have some intel that no one else does. And I just put, what does she have?
Thank you, 18, for putting that in here. 18 said he will be acquitted. Let's continue.
Letitia James. So let's go there really quickly. Laura said, I have very damaging receipts on Letitia James, much more than what I posted last year, which was shared by POTUS. Very powerful people would be able to do massive damage with these receipts in their hands. These powerful people have my number. They should call me. Now, this is very intriguing because Laura Loomer breaks a lot of stories. She does a lot of deep investigations, and a lot of times her information turns out to be true. So whatever she has on,
And I don't know who that is, okay? I don't know who that is. Let's continue. Here we go.
this is above and beyond anything else that we have already seen. Now, Laura had posted a few days ago, before all of this went down, she says, it's a scoop that the White House source tells me President Trump will be firing even more DC bureaucrats throughout the weekend. It's getting spicy at the White House this evening with a Friday night fire special. President Trump has dismissed the Kennedy Center, the archivists, and the visitor boards of Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Biden lost his security clearance, and I have been told by White House sources there is more firings announcements coming. So this shows that she does have an inside scoop on what is going on at the White House. And as she predicted, a lot of these things came true. Now, we need to see what else is going to unfold. The Super Bowl is today, so I don't know how much they're going to announce coming from the White House, but we definitely need to stay tuned on what's coming next. Now, about a week ago, this is also what Trump did. It says Trump is expanding his order that revoked the security clearance of the 50 intel officers who pushed the Russian disinformation lie about Hunter's laptop. All 50 are now also banned from U.S. government buildings per White House memo obtained exclusively by the Daily Wire. So,
did they say 50? Did she just say 50 officers lied? 50 FBI officers lied about the intel on Hunter Biden laptop. 50. Y'all lost your job for a crackhead? Y'all lost your job for a crackhead? This is the nonsense. Let's continue. Here we go.
I reported that, and that is on their page. I won't go through all of that, but you get the gist of, like, there is a reckoning happening right now for all of the hoaxes and lies and corruption and fraud that we have seen take place with this government, and no one has held them accountable. Why? Because the people that are supposed to hold them accountable, they don't. Instead, they participate in it. They're part of the plot. And they point the finger at others. Well, they did point the finger at others and say that they're doing all of this, but we aren't. We are the arbiters of justice. We're the arbiters of democracy. But now that Trump is back in office, they can't make those claims anymore. They'll still shout it. And
the problem is that nobody thought he was going to win. That's why y'all all signed up for this nonsense. Nobody thought he was going to win again, okay? And that's why y'all was like, yeah, we gonna get up there, we gonna sign up for this. Y'all didn't think he was gonna win, okay? And that's why y'all went up there and lied for that crackhead. Ain't no way. I don't give a damn. Let them bust me down, or let them bust me down to bust boy, okay? I don't give a damn, but I'm not gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lose how can I say this? I want to say it correctly. I don't want people to lose faith in me. 50 of y'all FBI, y'all supposed to be creme de la creme. 50 of y'all lied about a laptop. 50 of y'all, and it's a crackhead. A crackhead will beat your mama upside the head and rob your mama. A crackhead will come in your house and rob you for everything. And then when you see the crackhead the next following week, they act like they didn't know that they robbed you, okay? And come up there and ask for $2. Same kind of crackhead that will come and they rob you for your TV, come back and try to sell the same TV to you. Okay? Come back and try to sell the same TV to you. And that's what y'all did. You lost your career because you wanted to cover for a crackhead. Let's continue.
And cry and have these tantrums that we've seen them having all over the place on the news and on social media. But the reality is the clock is ticking, and for a lot of them, they are terrified about what is going to happen next. And they should be, because they use lawfare against Trump, thinking he would never have power again, thinking that he would actually be, in prison at this point. And to drive this point home, and so you understand that, they were really, the Democrats were plotting all of this and really believed it was going to work. And it was all from, the hands of their puppet master, George Soros. Now, this is going to be difficult to listen to him, but you're going to want to hear this, because he really thought he ate. He really thought that his master plan was going to work. Melanie is
wrong.
None of it has.
She's wrong.
He encouraged Republican-controlled states to introduce outrageous measures of voter suppression to ensure that his party would remain in power indefinitely. With that program, he was almost re-elected in 2020. My hope for 2024 is that Trump and Governor DeSantis of Florida will slug it out for the Republican nomination. Trump has turned into a pitiful figure, continually bemoaning his loss in 2020. Big Republican donors are abandoning him in droves. DeSantis is shrewd, ruthless, and ambitious. He is likely to be a Republican candidate. This could induce Trump, whose narcissism has turned into a disease, to run as a third-party candidate. That would lead to a Democratic landslide and force the Republican Party to reform itself. But perhaps I may be just a little bit biased.
So if you could...
Okay, so the ending part, I understood that part, but Melanie gonna come in and slam it for the rest of y'all. But the same thing that he spoke upon the Republican Party, it turned around and hit the Democratic Party. That's nasty. And he said, I may be a little biased because he agrees with the Democratic Party. But the same thing that you spoke upon another party, it turned around and hit y'all. One thing I want to share with y'all. The tongues have power. I want you to understand that. They always now, even when I was young, my auntie used to say, be careful of the words that you speak. Your tongue has power. And that thing has turned around and hit the Democratic Party. Because everything they wanted to happen to the Republican Party, it turned around and hit them. It turned around and hit them. That's nasty. Now let Melanie come in here and drop this, baby. Here we go.
This is what he's saying, that this could induce Trump, whose narcissism has turned into a disease, to run as a third party candidate. He's talking about Ron DeSantis running, and Ron DeSantis would be the Republican nominee, and then Trump would be pushed off to try to run on his own. His donors would abandon him, and it will be the end essentially of the Republican Party, and that Democrats will be able to essentially win in a landslide for infinity. And then he says, I may be just a bit biased. Yeah, you think it's not, you're not biased. You are beyond bias. You are the puppet master. You're the one that tried to come up with this plan to destroy not only the Republican Party, but the base. But isn't it sweet? Isn't it sweet how it just backfired on this fool? Guys, make sure you're following me here and also on my channel, Melanie Offscript. I'm going to be posting throughout today, as I do every day.
So shout out to Melanie King for always dropping those gems. I want to play something else, okay? But I'm going to wait till tomorrow to play that one, okay? But maybe at the end of the show, I might let y'all hear it, okay? Also, I want us to continue with Letitia James, Miss James. I want us to continue with this sister because she says she has no personal vendetta against Trump. She has no personal vendetta against Trump. Okay? And I'm going to share something with you. It sounds like you do. Okay? She said, I have no personal vendetta against President Trump. Guys, if you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you to all the newcomers who came in. Let me see who's in here. KG, how are you? Bob, what's going on? King Ball, how are you? It's good to see you. So let's continue with this nonsense. So we going straight and we gonna listen to James. Okay, here's Letitia James. Okay.
And the other defendants have committed persistent and repeated fraud. Last week, we proved that in our motion for summary judgment. Today, we will prove our other claims. My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. Donald Trump and the other
no one is above the law, no matter how powerful you think you are. That's what she said, right? Okay, let's continue.
18 states are suing Trump's administration over Musk's controversial Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, and it's all about your data. New York Attorney General Letitia James, backed by 18 other states, says DOGE is unlawfully demanding access to sensitive federal systems. Think Social Security numbers, bank info, Treasury records. The lawsuit slams this as a violation of privacy laws and a massive cybersecurity threat. Critics argue this isn't about efficiency, it's unchecked overreach. DOGE could even disrupt critical funding for healthcare and childcare programs nationwide. 19
A bit much, right? A bit much, right? They're scaring the American people. All because they have been doing nonsense in DC. And they don't want y'all to know the nonsense they've been doing. So they gotta scare y'all. They gotta make it seem like Elon is up there trying to steal people identities and all this social security card, your bank account, and all this other stuff. They gotta make it seem like that because they themselves been the one that's been stealing out of the cookie jar because they had a commander-in-chief that was going to bed at 4 p.m. allegedly, okay, going to bed at 4 p.m. Okay, so when you going to bed at 4 p.m., what happens? Everybody gets to do what the hell they want to do. Nobody is checking anybody. Now, let me share something with y'all. A shout out to Lost in Translation podcast because this brother shared this with me. So all the while, I'm thinking that Doge is new. Okay? All the while, I'm thinking that this department is new. It is not. All you got to do is go to the whitehouse.gov, okay? And you will see, okay? You will see President Obama, okay, had did an executive order asking for a group like this to get the checks and balances of the United States of America, to find out what he was signing and this and that, okay? Find out what programs make sense and what don't, okay? And the thing is, somehow this thing ain't work with Biden because Biden wasn't doing that. Because if he was doing that, why are we paying $53 million for condoms? Huh? If he was doing that, why are we doing testing on rats and monkeys and mice about trans rats, monkeys, and mice? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing studies on animals that are eating, eating themselves, okay? Because you're feeding dead chickens chicken, okay? You're feeding the chickens dead chickens. You're feeding cows dead cows. Why are we studying that? Why are we doing that? And then y'all want to know why something wrong with the meat. This is crazy. The programs that y'all have, they're not helping. You're spending money for no reason. And and I know this is painful. Y'all gonna be like, take heed, this is wrong. Why are we still giving money to Africa after 60 years? after 60 years. Now, I know it is. I know why we doing it. But I think the American people are tired. Why are we doing that? Because first of all, Africa, they falling out. Some of these nations, some of these people, they falling out. Nigeria, Ghana. You got all these nations acting up. Okay? You got all of them acting up, figuring out why they ain't get that money. Why is they acting up they ain't get that money? Because they done cut this money over 100 times. And when they're finished with this thing, then what do? They give it to the program. Do you understand? That does not make sense. It doesn't. We paying for all these stupid programs all around the world, and it's for a reason. We all know it's for a reason, so that the Western world can be in every part, okay? But I think the taxpayers were tired. 60 years, you have been giving Mama Africa for 60 years. That does not make sense. When African American people are looking for reparations, this is y'all reparations right here. This is our reparations right here. 60 years they have been giving funding to programs in Africa. So you telling me that it's 60 years and then y'all up there all talking together trying to figure out how much more money that you would like the American government to give. When y'all have liquid gold in the ground, you have liquid gold in the ground, so many minerals in the ground that y'all can fix this stuff yourself. And I know there's a way to, I know this money is because they're trying to keep y'all in shackles. It's nonsense though. It's nonsense. And this is the thing. I understand we supposed to help. USAID, we supposed to help. I understand that. But we're not even taking care of ourselves. Hello, Lady Navole. How are you? What's up, Shay? We not even taking care of ourselves. We helping everybody else except us first. That doesn't make sense. Who does that? I'm gonna go out there and give everybody and then come home with $10. And then one of the pipes bursts or something. Can you fix a pipe with $10? This is the nonsense that we're doing. Let's continue. Here we go.
Trump's fraud is staggering. And so too is his ego and his belief that the rules do not apply to him. Today, we are holding Donald Trump accountable. We are holding him accountable for lying, cheating, and a lack of contrition, and for flouting the rules that all of us must play by. Because there cannot be different rules for different people in this country, and former presidents are no exception. This decision is a massive victory for every American who believes in that simple but fundamental pillar of our democracy, that the rule of law applies to all of us, equally, fairly, and justly.
All right now, y'all heard her. She said the rule of law. All right now, let's continue. Let's continue.
But on Letitia James, the money was put up, it's $175 million, and I don't think she's complaining about me for the first time ever. She's complaining about the company. She's questioning the bonding company. Well, when you put up cash, and the number is 175, which is what we're supposed to be putting up, but I give it in cash, she shouldn't be complaining about the bonding company. The bonding company would be good for it because I put up the money. and I have plenty of money to put up.
The thing is, she didn't think he had that much money. That's why. That's why she was complaining about the bonding company. She didn't think he had that much money. Okay? Now, more than likely, he may not have had that much money. But friends of his came and said, here's the money. Okay? I'm going to share something with you. And I know some of y'all going to be like, take heed, you wrong, this and that and stuff like that. But when you bless people, when you help them, they never forget you. I don't know if anybody understand what I'm trying to say. But when you have helped people for a long period of time. Good morning, Ricky. Hey, Star, what's up, baby? Melissa, I see you. When you have helped people for a long period of time, okay? And I know people may say Trump is arrogant, he's this, he's that, whatever. But this man has helped people and never said nothing about it until the person themselves came and told everybody. This man has helped people and never asked for anything back. Okay? So when a group of people see him in trouble, they're gonna run to his aid because he has helped them and never told nobody. Do you know how I feel to have somebody that come to your house and give you $20 million and say, listen, I know you're in trouble. Take this money and build back. Okay? Okay? I know you're in trouble, but take this money and build back. Okay? And he don't go out and say nothing. He don't tell nobody. He don't tell nobody. He don't say she. Okay? All the people at your country club and everything, nobody knows that you got this money from him. He didn't tell nobody. So when you come in here, ain't nobody looking at you crazy that he done gave you money. Ain't nobody looking at you crazy. And that's one thing that he did. So when he was in trouble with getting bail out, that's why all these people ran to his aid. Or it could have been one person. Okay, I don't like the bonding company. That's not your business. Long as they came and had the money, okay, to bail them out, okay, what you got to say about it? It's not like he was going to run. What you got to say about it? This is the uncomfortable truth, y'all. When you get up here and you dig a hole for somebody, you got to dig too. Hey, Soul, how are you, honey? When you dig a hole for someone, make sure you dig too. Now, thank you, Grace. I appreciate you, baby. Here's the next one. Mm-hmm.
He's called me venomous. He's called me disgraceful. He's called me radical. He's called me a racist. And this is only week 3. None of his behavior, which can best be described as performative, will change what's happening in the courtroom. The courtroom, as you know, where we have submitted evidence, and the evidence is clear, and that is he inflated his statements of financial interest to enrich himself and his family. And nothing will change that. Not the attacks on me or anyone. At the end of the day, we are here to seek justice, and we will seek justice. I look forward to seeing Mr. Trump again. I understand that he will be returning next week for Michael Cohen, but we are here to enforce the law, and nothing will change that. No attacks, no words. I will not give in. I will not give up. I will only serve justice and enforce the law. Thank you.
And then he turned around and took your security clearance away. So how do you do that now? You said all that, and then he turned around and took your security clearance away. How do we do that now? This is the uncomfortable truth. You had a personal, or you have a personal vendetta against this man. See, I keep telling y'all, when you want something done, what do? You send a black woman to do it. When you want something done, you send a black woman to do it. Now, the power of a black woman can be something amazing, and it can also bring harm. Okay? Because if she has the right mind to do something, you will see greatness. Okay? But when she has the right mind to destroy you, you will see nonsense. Okay? And then what will happen? The devil himself will sit across from her and cross his legs and look and say, damn. Okay? I didn't think of that. Okay? So now you have made a hole for this man. You dig this hole for this man. Okay? You thought he was going to stay in that hole, baby. But at the same time, when you dig this hole, you should have digged this hole for yourself. Because you were doing nonsense too. Allegedly, I don't want to get in trouble. Gotta say allegedly. Because the same thing you were accusing him of inflating his property and how much money he had and stuff like that, you did the same thing for commercial property. But yet when you tried to tear him down, even the bank said, no, we already know how much the property cost. Even though he told us that, we already knew how much it cost already. Banks are not stupid. They already know what they can do and what they can't do. Banks are not stupid. They've been in the game a long time. Okay? So they already know what they can do. So you told the bank, no, he did something illegal. The bank said, no, we had no problem with it. We knew. And then he turned around and paid us the full money he owed us back. But that wasn't enough for you. You was like, nah, I got to show him who the head ninja in charge. I got to show him. Sometimes, my sisters, we do not have to rise to the occasion of a fight that nobody sent for you. They wanted Trump so bad, they should have got somebody else. You ain't had to sign up for that. You did not have to sign up for that. Sometimes I'm gonna share something with y'all, okay? My brothers and sisters, when somebody call you, that doesn't mean you gotta answer. When somebody call you for nonsense, that doesn't mean you have to answer. I'm gonna share something with y'all. If I was born in a time where all this feminist nonsense had started, I would have pip smacked all my ancestors and told them, y'all go back. This is nonsense. This ain't gonna lead nowhere. Y'all go back, okay? Because once y'all get out here with these pitchforks and knives, all these other women gonna go right back in the house and put their apron on and be obedient to their husband. And we the ones that's gonna lose out. All right now. Let me see what else we got. Let me see.
James, she filed a suit and said that Donald Trump had overvalued his Mar-a-Lago residence, which she said was worth about $17 million, and therefore got a loan from the Deutsche Bank that he otherwise wouldn't have. And therefore he had committed fraud. The bank in question said they had no problem. They knew exactly better than she did the exact value of Mar-a-Lago. Most people think today Mar-a-Lago may be worth anywhere from $100 to $200 million. Anybody who drives by it can see that. 20 acres with waterfront on both sides. So the bank in question that issued the loan said not only did they have no problem with the assets that were used as collateral, the loan was paid back promptly and with profitable interest on their part, and they would issue another loan again. So that has never been used against a public figure in New York, or any figure. Letitia.
And they said they would give him a loan again because he paid it promptly. Can you imagine? But this is what she went after him for. Okay? This is what she went after him for. All right now, Melissa. Come on now, Melissa. All right now. You ain't lying. So, listen. Letitia, you sign yourself up for this nonsense. Because look what's going on. The people who sent you are not even they no longer in the White House. The people who sent you to do this nonsense, they are no longer there. Okay? They are no longer there. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all something. we should have known, Democrats, because I told you I was a born Dem, okay? But Democrats, we should have known we had a problem when Democrats stopped saying they don't know what a woman is. They couldn't define a woman. That's when we should have known that we got a motherfucking problem. Okay? That's when we should have known we got a problem. When they can't define what a woman is, that's nasty. That's nasty. They could not sit up there in Congress and define what a woman is. Now, when they act like they didn't know what a woman was, that's when we should have known we had a problem. But we just sat there and act like it's nothing. That's nothing, you know. And if you get up here and say what a woman is, they call you, what they gonna call you? Wait a minute now. And they're quick to call you racist. You know, you say anything about the rainbow community, trans, or anything, they quick to call you racist, homophobe, whatever, all this other stuff. Okay? They don't like what you said. They don't like what you said. They quickly get you, listen, you get canceled. You preach the truth, you get canceled. You will get in some trouble in here. They will quickly cancel you. All I'm saying is that you signed up for something that did not make sense, my dear. You just destroyed your own self. It made no sense at all for you to sign yourself. You let them sign you up. I can't even say you sign yourself up. You let them sign you up. At least if you was gonna come at him, you should have came at him with some stuff some hard evidence. You got something that was gonna at least take him down. All y'all did was let me share with you what all y'all Democrats did. All y'all did was help him get the White House again. That's it. That's all you did. Okay? That's all you did. That's all you did was help him get the White House again. That's it. That's all you did. All that chucking and jiving and lying and kicking his back in and saying he's this and y'all kept saying he's a felon. And then the American people started looking like, why they keep coming at him like this? You don't understand what I'm saying? The American people like, what's going on? Why they keep coming at him like this? And then we start putting two and two together. And a lot of us was like, oh, hell no. Now I'm going to share something with you. Black people, y'all have failed us. Okay? That's why when y'all was complaining that he didn't pick anybody that was African American, I was telling y'all shut up, because 21% of black men voted for him and 7% of black women voted for him. Okay? So that's why I was telling y'all to shut up. Be quiet. Just wait. Okay? And then he did get somebody. Did get two people in here. But at the same time, why are you shouting? All y'all who wanted Kamala Harris in here, y'all all shouting. All the content creators are screaming and shouting. Why he don't have no black people in here? The same thing like the inauguration. If he did not invite any black people, celebrities and stuff, the college band and all that stuff to the inauguration, y'all would have been talking shit. But then you still talk shit that he invited HBC schools to the inauguration. Y'all still was talking shit. And then y'all was laughing at the children when they was asking for funding. Our own children was asking for funding, and all y'all did was laugh about it. Oh, how they gonna go to the White House and they ain't got no money? What you talking about? An HBC got money to fund all those kids to go to DC. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Black people, you know what hurt me so much about us is that even when you see someone who wants to do harm to you, you still befriend them. A lot of y'all do that on social media too. Some of y'all, you know, and it be y'all African American ones, y'all Negroes, okay? You know this content creator it brings darkness, you know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, this content creator being some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Every time, okay? But yeah, you'll go and you'll rock with these people. You know what I'm saying? You'll go rock with these people. Let me share something with you. Take Heed has learned her lesson. Baby, Take Heed has learned her lesson, honey. I will stay over here in my little part of the world, okay? Take Heed has learned her lesson, okay? Because the stuff my king was saying to me, I was looking at him like, you know? I was looking at him like, and he was like, you ain't gonna be doing that no more. You ain't gonna be doing none of that stuff no more. If you don't stay in your little part of the world, I'm taking all your stuff from you. And I'm gonna share something with you. I like coming up here talking shit. I like it, okay? Until they kick me off, okay? But I like it for now. But this is the same thing. You know this person it breeds all type of darkness, but y'all get up there like, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what we do. That's what we do. I was over in somebody chat, and sometimes I just watch from the clouds, okay? And the brother, I greeted the host, right? And the brother said, Take Heed here? Oh my God, Take Heed here. And then he said, Take Heed, you don't let nothing happen in your chat. I love your show, my sister. That's right. That's right, because I don't like nonsense. That's why I tell my mods, if you don't like it, kick them out. And this is how you know you have people of substance on your channel that's rock with you, because the same nonsense you don't like, they don't like it either. So they'll get up there, nah, you got to go. This brother said, your chat don't play, your mods don't play. And I said, I know. This is not a breeding ground for hyenas. Okay, you get bit over here. This is not a breeding ground for hyenas, damn it. We don't do that over here. You want your chat to be spicy, that's your business. But not over here. You can't be spicy over here. Because the thing is, we're trying to learn something. And it may not be me giving a lesson. It may be somebody in my chat that's giving a lesson. Because there's times when Take Heed say something wrong, and somebody in the chat and say, nah, Take Heed, this is what it is. Go check it out. And the hosts have to be humble enough to say, baby, I'm going to look into it. Thank you for letting me know. Okay? That's right. Uncle Ricky said, you got to earn my sense of humor. Take Heed, the goofyish shit somewhere else. Take that goofy shit somewhere else, he said. Ricky, I understand, baby. I understand. And that's the thing. A lot of us be getting out here and we just, you see somebody is breeding darkness, and you'll get right up under her. Y'all know that Skamala was up here lying about everything. Every time you asked her about the economy, she kept saying, my mother. Even her auntie, check this out. Even her auntie, okay? Her mother's sister, okay? That she goes to her house and eat and vacationing and all this other stuff. The auntie said, no comment when they asked her, well, you know, Kamala Harris is black, right? The auntie said no comment. Why no comment, damn it? Why no comment? Come on now. Why no comment? The thing is that you could find out the truth about somebody, but because you have some animosity towards another person, you'll continue with the lie. A lot of y'all voted for Kamala because you can't stand Trump. A lot of y'all, you voted for Kamala because you can't stand Trump. And I'm going to share something with y'all. I was going to be one of y'all too. I was going to be one of y'all too. Hey, Ellis, what's up, baby? I was going to be one of y'all too. I was going to be in there too with y'all. But I'm going to share something with you. My king got sense. So that's the difference. That's the difference. My king got sense. My king was like, nah, no. He told me he said, look at her. Every time you ask her about the economy, that's the first thing she said. My mother. That's the first thing she said. Nobody cares about your mama, baby. Nobody cares about your mama. We want to know why the gas is crazy. We want to know why the eggs and the sausages and the bacon and the pancakes and the cereal and the milk. We want to know why that shit is high. Okay? Now, like I told y'all, no matter what happens, it has to take some time for anything for us to see any relief. I want you to understand that. Even if she got in here, it would still take time for us to see some relief. So it's not gonna be like this. 1, 2, 3. It's still gonna take time. So we got to be patient. I'm tired of y'all Dems, all y'all Dems up there in DC acting crazy. Okay, even Hakeem Jeffries, go sit down. Go sit down, because you doing the most. Now, Chuck Schumer, okay, shout out to Chuck. Okay, Chuck Schumer got a whistleblower program going on. Like you want to, if you want to report anything about President Trump, we're here for you. We have a whistleblower program. That's Trump. Listen. He just made it up. He just made it up like 2-3 days ago. He just made it up. Chuck Schumer. We got a whistleblower program. If you want to tell the injustice or the things that Trump is telling you to do, okay, we have a whistleblower program. Can I ask you something? Why y'all ain't have one with Biden? Why y'all ain't have one with Biden? Okay, even 50 FBI agents did not want to lose their job by telling on a crackhead. Okay, hey Zulu, how are you? Tracy, what's up, baby? Even 50 FBI agents did not want to tell on a crackhead because they did not want to be punished. Okay, so where was that team at that you wanted a whistleblower team? Where was that team at, damn it? Okay, where was that team at? Okay, but now we need a whistleblower team about Trump. And half of the time they coming to tell on him it's a damn lie. Okay? I ain't see none y'all said made sense. And I'm gonna share something with you, and some of y'all gonna disagree with me. Even J6, I have a problem with J6. When you think about the whole nonsense that happened with J6, and when the truth came out, I'm like, wait a minute, how? Okay, now listen to me. I do not agree with nobody touching the police. I disagree with any of that foolery. I'm sorry. Okay? I can't get up here and be like, yeah, get the police. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those defund the police nonsense. I'm not one of those. Okay? And I guess because I have been in security like half of my life and dealt with police officers on a daily basis, I do not believe that anybody should be hurting the police. I don't believe that. Even when you have a cop that is nasty and acting crazy, I told y'all all the time, on the side of the road, it is not the court right there. Do you hear me? When you get pulled over on the side of the road, that is not court. Okay? When you get to court, that's when you get to talk to the judge. But being on the side of the road and you getting a ticket, get the ticket, baby. Get the ticket. The officer getting nasty with you, record the badge in your mind. You ain't got to get in there. Well, I wanted your badge number. You ain't got to do none of that, because the ticket you get going to have his badge number on it or her badge number on it. They acting up. They acting like they lost their mind. Let them lose their mind. You stay calm. You stay calm, because I'm going to share something with you. If you look like me, baby, you're going to have a problem if you go and act up. You look like me, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. We got to start being wise with our moves instead of reacting with our emotions. And I know some of y'all Negroes going to get in here and say, take heed, but sometimes take heed. And I know it's sometimes, baby. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, no, everything that happened was justified. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. You will never hear take heed say that. Will I say on a police part, some of the stuff is crazy? Yes. You will never hear take heed say that they are perfect. Because you have some good cops and you have some bad cops. But I will not sit in here and agree that, oh, yeah, that was good, what happened with J6 with the police. No, I'm not going to get in here and sign up for that nonsense. But what I will say is that when Trump asked Pelosi, when Trump said to Pelosi, I can send some soldiers down there. Not soldiers, but what they call that, the National Guard. I could send the National Guard down here, okay? I could send a couple down here, okay? She said no. Then she turned around. Her daughter did the video, and the daughter, baby, you have messed your mama up, because everybody remember that video. When she sat up there, and I don't know what made you start filming, but when the mama sat up there and she said, okay, that it was her fault, okay? And then years later, we see the video. She must have pissed you off or something for us to see the video. She must have pissed you off, okay? Maybe some money you wanted from her she didn't give to you, and so you released that video, okay? That's what happened, because allegedly, because that's how we knew that Trump was telling the truth when he said that he told you that he could send the National Guard down there to help. Because everybody believed that he was the cause of J6. And because you thought he was going to pull a coup. That's why you said no to the National Guard, because you thought he was going to pull a coup. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also, donate to the page as well. So, let us continue with this nonsense, okay? Let us continue with this foolery. It's sad. It's sad how all this was done. And, you know, we sitting up here and you and thinking that this man had done all this foolery, but all the while, it was y'all doing all this nonsense. Hey, Hunt, how are you, baby? I see you. This is the uncomfortable truth. Y'all did foolery. Y'all did nonsense for no reason. Okay? Now, shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. I want y'all to hear the demand that Trump put out. Okay? This is what he put out. When I say that my president is a wolf and he mean and greasy, that's what I'm talking about right here. Check this out right here.
Say this, and I'm going to let that be because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out. I would say this.
That's nasty. That's nasty. Tracy, thank you, baby, for the $10 super chat. Tracy, you always donate to my channel, baby. All my regulars, y'all always donate to my channel, and I appreciate that, honey. Okay, I appreciate that. I want to say thank you to all of y'all for always donating to the channel, baby. Thank you so much for y'all who take time and do it, honey. But can you imagine? He said by 12 o'clock Saturday. This man said by 12 o'clock Saturday. Okay? Now, I'm going to share something with you. Y'all might as well go ahead and release those people. Because what he sound like is that these people have passed on already. Okay? Y'all taking too long. So what it sound like is these people passed on already. And y'all just need to tell the small hat people the truth. That's what it sound like, honey. Lenard, thank you, baby, for the $10 super chat, honey. And you another one who always donate to the channel. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. And you know what? I need to turn you into this. Give me 1 minute. Let me see. I need to turn you into this because you always doing something. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you, honey. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. Let's go, y'all. Oh my God. Thank you to everybody who donated to the channel today. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Let's continue with the nonsense, y'all. Okay. Let's continue with the foolery today, y'all. Okay. So let me see what else we got. We got a lot of nonsense. Oh my God. The stuff that they doing in DC is wild, y'all. It's like every day it's some nonsense, okay? I gotta share something with y'all. This is about the mayor of New York. I want y'all to hear this. Check this out right here.
The DOJ ordering the acting U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of New York to dismiss all charges against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. For more on this developing story, NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delane joins us tonight. Ken, we've been covering this story a lot here on Top Story. What more do we know about what happened today? I know this story just broke moments ago.
Yeah, it really just did break, Tom. A Justice Department official confirming to me that the acting Deputy Attorney General, Emil Bove, who, as you recall, was once Donald Trump's defense lawyer, has ordered the Southern District of New York, the acting U.S. Attorney there, to dismiss all charges against the New York Mayor, Eric Adams. And I got a sense from this official of what the Justice Department's reasoning was behind this decision, and it's multifold. They are saying that they believe this case was an example of weaponization, meaning that it was unfairly brought for political motive. And they've accused the former U.S. Attorney, Damian Williams, of using this case for his own political gain. They also say that because of this indictment, the New York mayor had lost his security clearance, and that made it more difficult for him to cooperate with law enforcement operations in the city, including immigration enforcement, which is a high priority for the Trump administration. And they say that they assessed that the Adams defense was not given enough time before the imminent trial to deal with all the massive amounts of evidence in the case. So they're ordering this dismissal. Now, the case has not yet been dismissed. That would have to be done through a motion filed by the prosecutors in the Southern District of New York, and a judge would have a chance to review that. And one of the interesting questions is going to be, will those prosecutors carry out this order? Will any of them resign rather than do that? I mean, they no doubt that they believe strongly in this case. There's a lot of evidence. This is a massive bribery and corruption case, not brought lightly against a very prominent public figure. But this is also an example of how the Trump Justice Department is unafraid to weigh into these politically fraught cases and take these kinds of actions, Tom.
And I'm going to share something with you. I thought that Trump was just going to... I thought Trump was just going to give him a pardon. That's what I thought, okay? But what he did was so diabolical, okay? Was so diabolical, I'm laughing. Because the replacement of, because Letitia James, she got her security clearance revoked. And the other one, too, I forgot his name, though, because he's not really in the headlines. But he got revoked, too. and they replaced them with acting people in this I think it's acting AG. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say it wrong, so I don't want to get out here and lie. But this is the thing. Now the charges is being dropped. The acting AG, okay? The charges are being dropped now. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And only why charges are being put on the mayor of New York was because he spoke out about the migrants. Too many migrants in New York. New York got so bad that the migrants were coming and sitting in front of buildings and stuff, begging for food and stuff like that. That's how bad it got. That they got, they all in New York, and they were out there at buildings all over the streets begging for food. And I thought they got the EBT cars falling from heaven. So something is wrong. Something is wrong. Y'all remember it was all over the news. So that means something is wrong somewhere. But since Mayor Adams spoke out against it, all hell broke loose. Now, y'all remember the brother, I got to go back to this real quick. Y'all remember the brother that I just played a few minutes ago, and I told y'all, and I got to start saying his name. Now, I know I had told y'all before who this brother was, but I got to start saying his name when I play that song, because I want him to get the recognition. Now, all my regulars, y'all know who this man is already, but when I get newcomers coming here and they ask. So the name is For the Culture. So what he does is he do an AI picture, okay? And then he's the one who's doing the vocals, okay? You understand? I want to let you know, okay? So it's AI For the Culture. That's the name, okay? He is also on YouTube. So this is where I get his stuff from, YouTube, okay? Now let's get back into the foolery. Okay. So they came at Adams all because he was like, it's too many migrants here. Okay. And Trump said, I knew they was going to do that. Trump said, I knew they was going to do that. Okay. Trump sat up there and said, nah, I already knew they was going to do that. Now, there's a young man that I like his content. I started following his content, okay? NLD Media, okay? I started following this young man because he's wise. See, sometimes your age don't mean you wise, because sometimes they had grown people around here 50-something years old and they still, they stupid. They ain't got no wisdom. And sometimes you have babies running around here, they be like 27, 30-something, 32, and they be smart. And they got wisdom, might be smarter than you in certain things. So it's okay. I hit him in one of his chats. I said, my dear, you are very wise for your age. You can tell he a baby. Look in his face, you can tell. He could be my son's age. My son is 30. So he looked like that. Okay? So when you look at these young men, you can tell right in their face. That's how I don't know how y'all be wanting to mess with these young boys, because you can tell something is wrong somewhere. Okay? You can tell something is wrong somewhere, okay? Now, when I hear this young boy, I'm like, this boy, he's something else. Now, I got to call him a man. I got to stop saying boy. Now, let's get to the first video. He in that D.C. streets, honey. Here he go.
Here are some of the wins for the Trump administration over the last week. Illegal migrant encounters are down 87% at the border. This administration has begun transferring the worst illegal criminals to Guantanamo Bay. ICE has arrested 11,000 criminals in the past 18 days. On the economy, President Trump is looking to establish a sovereign wealth fund. This is a plan laid out for us to better invest $5 trillion in United States assets. Trump issued tariffs on the borders of Mexico and Canada. These tariffs were paused after our allies agreed to step up their presence and security at the borders. They are streamlining USAID into the State Department. President Trump signed an executive order for men and women's sports. This executive order banned biological males from competing against women. Hours later, the NCAA started enforcing it. And lastly, in December of 2024, Army recruitment hit a 15-year high with anticipation of a second term. These here
Now, if you like this brother content, I shared him in our group chat on IG. So if you feel his content, y'all hit him up. So it's NLD Media. Okay? Check that young brother out. He doing the damn thing. Here's something else. Here we go.
Senate Democrats led by Chuck Schumer and Gary Peters have launched an online portal aimed at facilitating whistleblower complaints, specifically targeting issues within the Trump administration, such as retaliation, wasteful spending, fraud, and criminal activity. This initiative, branded under the Senate Democrats, emphasizes congressional oversight in response to perceived lawlessness. However, the move has sparked criticism and accusations of political maneuvering, with some social media users suggesting it's a tool for targeting those who expose corruption rather than genuinely addressing it. Chuck Schumer tweeted and said, "Today I'm calling on our brave public servants. I'm launching a new portal for anyone who wants to expose corruption, abuses of power, and threats to public safety with the legal protections of being a whistleblower." So Senate Democrats led by Chuck Schumer and Gary Peters have launched.
Chuck Schumer is a problem. I would like for him to go sit down. He's a problem. Okay, so one more y'all. So they stopping a program that Elizabeth Warren is heading, okay? She's the head of this program, okay? But let Elizabeth Warren tell you that, she don't get no money from nowhere, allegedly, okay? She gets money from nowhere, allegedly. Let's continue. Here we go.
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the CFPB, has been put on ice. Russ Vought, Trump's OMB director, is now acting as the CFPB chief, and he just froze the ordering all 1,700 employees to halt work immediately. Instead of asking for more cash from the government, Vought is forcing the CFPB to survive on its $71 million stockpile. He calls out DC's reckless spending habits for this. This is according to the New York Post, and they're quoting him saying this: "I have learned that the Bureau has a balance of $711,586,678 in the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection Fund. By law, I must take account of this sum when determining the amount reasonably necessary for the Bureau to fulfill its statutory authorities. I have determined that no additional funds are necessary." So it seems like, as of now, no more money will be going to the CFPB. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the...
So you telling me that they got that much money sitting in that account for that bureau? Why? Consumer? I want to make sure I heard this right, because sometimes I hear stuff and it don't be what I'm, you know what I'm saying? It don't be what I be thinking, okay? Because once it go through my city, okay, then I ain't understanding. My king always tell me that. He be like, once I say something to you and it go through your city, okay, you come out with something else. So let's replay. Let's replay one more time, okay? Let's replay one more time. Hey, I decided to live today. What's up, baby? Let's continue. Here we go. One more time. Here we go.
The Financial Protection Bureau, or the CFPB, has been put on ice. Russ Vought, Trump's OMB director, is now acting as the CFPB chief, and he just froze the agency in its tracks, ordering all 1,700 employees to halt work immediately. Instead of asking for more cash from the government, Vought is forcing the CFPB to survive on its $71 million stockpile. He calls out DC's reckless spending habits for this. This is according to the New York Post, and they're quoting him saying this: "I have learned that the Bureau has a balance of $711,586,678 in the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection Fund. By law, I must take account of this sum when determining the amount reasonably necessary for the Bureau to fulfill its statutory authorities. I have determined that no additional funds are necessary." So it seems like, as of now, no more money will be going to the CFPB. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the...
That's nasty. That's nasty. So he said, I'm going to get rid of all these employees. We're going to freeze this stuff because we want to know what y'all doing. What is y'all doing? I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But you know what? Y'all get up in here and say, oh, he just firing people. He just firing people. He just, he giving them severance packages and just firing people. The thing is that I would take the severance package. I'm not going to lie to you. Because some of these programs we do not need. Some of this stuff that y'all doing, okay? Because I'm going to share something with you. I don't care how a sandwich is made. I care how I made the sandwich. I don't care what the president hair look like. That's not my business. You cut it or you don't cut it. Why do I care? Okay? Why do I care of how many squirrels is running around here? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Okay? Do anybody count the squirrel that got ran over by the car? Nobody counts that one. I don't know. Okay? Nobody cares. Do I care that a duck quack? Why? Why do I care? I don't care. Don't quack by my house. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Why do we care about this dumb shit? Then you have turned rats and mice and monkeys trans. Like you have switched their parts. Why? I don't understand that part. What are we doing? Taxpayer money. But every time we need something for America, y'all will get up here and y'all will say that we don't have enough money. Okay? Every time y'all get up here. Okay? Hi, Leo. How are you? Every time y'all get up here, y'all say America does not have enough money. We don't have enough money to do that. That's what you'll say. Okay? California would not even be. California would not have been in trouble if y'all would have installed something else. You had enough money to install something else to store the water. Okay? Y'all, as smart as American children and children who were born here, okay? Children who were born in different countries, not different countries, but children of their parents who were born in different countries and the children were born here. You have so many young engineers that could have told you how to store this water. You have so many young, let me say it one more time, young engineers that could have showed y'all how to store this water. So when a massive fire happened the way it did, y'all would have been able to save those homes. Okay? Also, the mistreatment of the bush as well. Somebody need to talk to y'all about that. Before y'all get any more money from the government, there needs to be a plan. Fuck what you heard. Okay? Also, North Carolina, how many months have North Carolina been messed up? Okay? I'm looking at, I think like what? It's been 5 or 6 months now that North Carolina has been messed up. So we got all this money for everybody else. But the stuff that's going on in America, we don't have that money. Why? Why we don't have that money? I'm listening. Why we don't have that money? That's the thing that irks my nerve. We got money to take care of everybody else except us. I want y'all to hear this young woman, okay? This young woman from Africa Streams, okay? I want y'all to hear what she say and what she think about the U.S. aid being put on ice that's sent to Mama Africa. I want y'all to hear it. Check what she said.
We should be celebrating the shutdown of U.S. aid. I know it's going to affect 44,000 guys in Kenya. Most of them are these briefcase NGOs and these jungus who have come here to live a best life and change Nairobi into the nightmare that it is. 350,000 Kenyans, sadly, will also be indirectly affected. But these were the guys who were being used to introduce all kinds of programs. Because the US aid was a military tool to control African nations using soft power. So this revolution is here. These were the gatekeepers that didn't want Kenya to change. About 44,000 guys who are probably in the Muthangas and the Rundas of this world, gone. Nairobi is about to go through such a revolutionary shift, and we should be celebrating because with this gone, they've basically removed the front that the divided states was using to keep guys like Nabi in power, to remove revolutionary leaders, to influence every level of our politics. This is another step to the true liberation of Africa. If you know, you know.
Now, I know that's nasty. And I know y'all gonna say, take heed, you married to a Nigerian. You wrong to say that. I'm not. I'm not. My husband agrees too. I'm not. Hey, Common Sense, how are you, baby? Listen, the thing is that Mama Africa, y'all supposed to stand on your own. Y'all have too much money under your feet. You're supposed to be able to stand on your own. But because of some of y'all old fogies down there in Africa, some of y'all, y'all nations, some of y'all are ran by old fogies that still like to steal money, okay? But what's his name? That young general, Okumi Faso. Okay? He said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm tired. Okay? Because the young ones need to get up and get into power. Y'all old ones been taking so long. Y'all got to go. Y'all got to go. Okay? Y'all got to go. Well, let's get them young ones in here that want change. Okay? Because the truth be told, Africa, Mama Africa, you supposed to be a superpower. That's nasty, right? I know y'all gonna say, bitch, what? Yes. Mama Africa is supposed to be a superpower. She is the grandma of the world. She's supposed to be a superpower. Everybody is supposed to come and ask her for money. That's how it's supposed to be. Well, they did come and ask her for something, but it was us. Okay? It was us. All of us spread it across the world, and some of us were already born in places where they came and took over, okay? And try to say we came from Mama Africa. Now that's the truth too. That's the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to hear. But Mama Africa, you supposed to be a superpower. Yep, you supposed to be a superpower. You're not supposed to get money from the baby nation. I'm sorry. I know that that's nasty. Okay? Because at times, we want to understand that babies have to help the elders sometimes. We want to understand that. But not for 60 years. Not for 60 years. No, we ain't supposed to do that. 60 years? No. The same other nations who ask for help, okay? Who ask for help. They got it for 20 years, but yet they were able to rebuild. Why Mama Africa is not rebuilding? Because everybody got their hand in the cookie jar. And the program that the money that the program's supposed to go to, it's not going to the program. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right now. All right now. Now, we gonna get into something ratchet now. We're finished. I was trying to be professional the whole time that we were talking about Trump. I think I did good. I did 2 curse words, but everything else, because I'm trying to be more professional, okay? Okay, I'm gonna do the professional part at the beginning of the show, okay? And then I'm gonna get ratchet and get, I'm gonna do what I want to do close to the end, okay? But I'm trying to do the professional part because it looks like that this is gonna be some foolery for the next 4 years. So I'm gonna be like talking about, the political stuff because we had got caught up in the political stuff. Okay, my channel had got caught up in the political stuff. Okay, so it looked like we're gonna be doing the political in the beginning. Okay, and I'm not gonna be saying the stuff. I'm gonna get videos and stuff, and we're gonna be sharing stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do the political first, the political nonsense, and then we're gonna go back to the ratchet stuff of correction and stuff. We're gonna have to do that. Okay, y'all, we're gonna have to do it just like that. Okay, now I want y'all to hear this because I shake my head when I hear stuff like this. And Kendra G is always at the helm of this stuff, okay? Kendra G is always at the helm of this nonsense. And shout out to Kendra G. Shout out to Kendra G, okay? Now, I don't know, Melissa, you right. You right, Melissa. I see what you wrote. What is going on? Why is see? This is what I be talking about when we don't stay on topic. You see? I got to go look in the chat because when we don't stay on topic, that's what happened. Okay? We don't stay on topic. Green beans, I'm telling you right now. You and Miss Straight Up No Chase, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to take y'all wrench. I kid you not. Because y'all be my troublemakers in the chat. Y'all be my troublemakers in the chat. I kid you not. Let's go over to Kendra G. And I want y'all to hear this woman who came up to the Kendra G show. Now, I feel bad, because you want to know why I feel bad? Because she from Jersey. And I oh my God. It broke my heart. I was like, damn, she from Jersey, damn it. She from Jersey. She right here next to me. Okay? Cherry Hill, she right there next to me. I said, damn. Okay? What you mean, Melissa? What do you mean? My ability to comment in a live stream was disabled for 2 weeks this week. Was it mine? No, I don't think so. She said I don't want to call people names. I don't. Oh, somebody reported you to YouTube. Okay, I'm sorry, my dear. Okay. I don't think it was us. I don't think it was us, because you wouldn't be here now. I don't think it was us, because A-Team is a problem. A-Team is a problem. I don't. Okay, let's get to Kendra G. She was dropping some knowledge, honey. It's terrible, y'all. It's terrible. I ain't know it was gonna go left like this. The girl was outrageous, honey. The woman who called into her was outrageous, baby. And she from Jersey. That's what broke my heart. I was like, damn, why she acting ghetto like that?
I am ready. I was up here before.
I got an update?
No update, babe. I don't know if it's...
Now, Miss Straight Up No Chaser, when I say 18 do nonsense, that's not a bad thing. I'm saying she do nonsense when she don't play in the chat. Okay? Miss Straight Up No Chaser, don't roll your eyes at me, because I see your emoji. Don't roll your eyes at me. Now, I already told you. I done already told you, damn it. I done already told you. Green beans, you and green beans is my problem, damn it. Okay? This year, I told y'all. Okay? Don't be laughing in the chat. I done told you already that you is up. Both of y'all. Riches is about to get the hell out of here. Okay? I'm so tired of y'all. Okay? Now, don't get in here and act like that, because you know I love 18. I'm going to block both of y'all. Watch today. Watch after this stream. I'm going to block both of y'all today and take them damn riches away. Now, he going to say, child, please. What kind of nonsense? Isn't this my channel, sir? This not my channel? Stop laughing in the chat. I see the emojis flying. Isn't this my channel? Okay? And you laughing. Let's get back to the story. Oh my God. Just the disrespect.
But I'm going to sit down. How you doing, baby?
No, it's me or the N-word.
No, it might be me. Oh, all right. I'm going to stop cursing.
Let me sit down. One more time. Here we go.
Hi, you ready?
I am ready. I was up here before.
I got an update?
No update, babe. I don't know if it's me or the niggas, but I'm going to sit down. How you doing, baby?
No, it's me or the N-word.
No, it might be me. Oh, all right. I'm going to stop cursing. Let me sit down. Okay. Let me find me a little spot in my crib.
When were you on the show?
I was here a few weeks ago, actually.
Okay. All new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or your Google Play Store and type in Kendra G Single. Did I make you a highlight?
No, you did not, because I didn't turn up.
That's not true. I post people that don't turn up all the time.
I did not turn up, and I was not a highlight. It was nothing to see, and I'm up here with a fucking do-rag on. They said I look like Jill Scott. When I'm big, I look like Jill Scott. When I'm small, I look like fucking Lauren London. Remember Lauren England?
I'm going to share something with y'all. Jill Scott is a beautiful woman. I don't care if she's small or if she big, whatever size she turned into. Jill Scott is a beautiful woman. So y'all, you going to stop, sis. You going to stop. Ain't no way you look like Jill Scott. You going to stop. Now she said Lauren London. Oh, damn. Let's continue. Here we go.
Okay, when did you call me? I want to find that. When was it?
A couple weeks ago.
You got to give me the exact so I can search. Was it on this platform?
I didn't know. Yes, baby.
It was on Facebook. Instagram.
Yes, it was on Instagram.
And you can't remember the date? Was it in 2025?
No, it was 2024.
So was it December?
Okay.
No, It might have been like October or something like that.
Oh, that's a long time ago. If you can remember the date or the month before it's over, I could go back and look in the archive.
Okay, but I'm still here. I'm still
All right,
searching
bring the camera up so your head's not cut off.
Okay. Well, I have a fucking do-rag on. I'm gonna stop cursing.
Who told you
I have a potty mouth.
do-rag on, though?
I have a potty mouth.
Oh my God.
Okay, but you called me with a do-rag on.
Yeah. So I do the do-rag thing. I have the tattoo right here. I have one right here. I'm a little rough around the edges, but I'm very much a sweetheart.
Okay. What is your name, honey?
All this that she's saying, y'all, you tell me. She said, I'm a sweetheart, okay? Let's continue. Here we go.
Sugar, where you calling me from?
Her name is
Cherry
Sugar.
Hill, New Jersey.
Cherry Hill.
Do you think somebody named they daughter Sugar? She said, my name is Sugar, okay? Do you think that's a nickname? That's a nickname. I got a cousin that we call her Sugar. That's a nickname. Ain't no way. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have two beautiful girls.
How old are your girls?
12 and 7.
Both by the same man?
No.
Huh?
Are both of your kids the same father?
No.
Yeah.
That's a no?
Yeah,
okay. It's okay. It happens. She said,
have you ever been married?
She got 2.
No, I would love to though.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
Insurance.
She do
And
insurance.
all right. Do you believe in? How old are you?
I'm 34.
34. And what's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Now I know y'all hear the video jumping, but that's not me. That's her. You know, that's Kendra's video jumping. But anyway, let's continue. Shout out to Kendra G for always having amazing content. And thank you for letting me use your content. I appreciate you because you never had, hit my channel. So I appreciate you for that. Now let's continue. Here we go.
Cherry Hill, New Jersey, mom of 2 girls, by 2 men, never married, works in insurance, 34, is an Aquarius.
Yes.
What kind of man you looking for, girl?
A decent human being.
Okay.
Just somebody decent. Like, I could deal with everything you got going on. I know how to deal with men. I'm just looking for somebody that understands what I got going on, and we're good. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. A lot of men nowadays are very impulsive. They're very dick hard. They like dealing with they private parts and stuff like that. I'm not trying to deal with that shit.
You said that they're very D-I-C-K hard?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to share something with you. Now I know y'all going to be like, bitch, what? Because I'm about to say something. I think women are more pussy crazy than, you know what I'm saying? I think we just, you know what I'm saying? We more crazy with the pussy. I don't know about, meeting. Listen, because we quick to pass out pussy candy canes. So I don't know, but let's continue. Here we go.
And I'm over it. And I get we all horny. Everybody's horny since the pandemic. I'm trying to move on from that shit. We all horny. You're horny, I'm horny. Okay,
Speak
cool.
for yourself.
But what are we doing after the fact?
Okay.
Not since the pandemic. Speak for yourself.
Does that make sense?
Well, I'm not going to agree because last time I agreed, I got put into the conversation. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breaker is a bum ass nigga.
Oh my God.
Just a bum ass nigga. Can't deal with them. Don't want to get into it with them. I'm not trying to.
Why is she getting bum ass? You know what she said. Okay. Why is she getting those bum ass like she said? Why you think she getting them? Anybody can tell me? Why you think she getting these bum ass, you know what I'm saying? It's her. You're the problem. You're attracting, yes, the real team is a magnet. You're attracting this type of man, baby. You're attracting this type of man. There's something going on in you. You can hear the way she talk. You know something is wrong, okay? You know something is wrong. Guns, what's up, baby? Let's continue with the foolery. Here we go.
A bum ass nigga, I'm over it. I've dealt with bum ass niggas. I had a nigga lie to me and tell me he was living with his mother and he was in a shelter. I had to tell him to give me the address, and then it was a mess. Child, it was a mess. And now he's in he's in his own living situation. I get it, and shout out to him. But I'm trying to move on from that. Like, don't lie to me. My deal breaker is a liar.
Now, why did you say to us that he said he lived with his mama, and then he lived in a shelter, and you said, I'm tired of bum ass like this? You know what I'm saying? If you attracted men like this, something is wrong with you, babe. Something's going on with you. And I know a lot of women don't want to realize this, but it's the truth. When you attract men like this, something's going on inside of you. Let's continue.
Okay. Ooh, child. So what is your definition of a bum ass man?
Somebody that does not take themselves serious. Somebody that doesn't put themselves forward and understands what life is about. Like, you a bum ass nigga if you feel like, you know what a bum ass nigga is? A bum ass nigga is a nigga that puts sex before his responsibilities. That's a bum ass nigga. You don't want me, I don't want you either.
Now, Ellis, be nice now. Ellis, come on now. Be nice. She straight dumpstered you. Come on now, Ellis. Ellis, be nice now. Come on now. We only been in here like 5 minutes now. Come on. Let's continue now. Come on, Ellis. Be nice.
Well, sugar, can I be honest with you in a girlfriend way?
Okay.
Yes. Do you think you're presenting yourself in a way to attract anything but a bum ass nigga?
In what way?
Kendra, thank you.
I mean, listen, you can be you, but the way you're talking, the way you came on, what type of opposite man is going to reach out to you when you present yourself this way? I'm just having girlfriend talk.
Nobody.
Well, what way am I presenting myself?
She said she don't know.
You said bum ass nigga a
She
few
don't know.
times.
Okay.
I can tell you're a pretty girl, but listen, you look natural, but there will be some people that will bring that up. I just think that, life is law of attraction. And the way you're coming across, I can't see anything besides a bum ass nigga.
You can see the stank face she got on her face as Kendra is correcting her. You got to see the stank face. I want y'all to go to our group chat and check out the video, baby. You can see the stank look on her face as Kendra is giving her the correction. Okay? Let's continue. Oh my God.
Well, Kendra, I can't make everybody happy, babe.
It's not about making everybody happy, but I'm just trying to get you to understand why you are attracting bum ass niggas.
She's trying to be funny.
I'm trying to be honest.
I'm not here to play. I'm here looking for somebody decent.
Do you hear her? Talk to Kendra. I'm not here to play. Okay? I'm not here to play. She is, listen. And I'm gonna share something with you. I'm not trying to hate on Kendra, but now you understand what the Godfather was going through when he was talking to women. Kendra, now you understand. You've been doing this a long time now. Now you understand the nonsense that the Godfather was going through, the nonsense that Kevin Samuels was going through. May his soul rest in peace. Because the foolishness that women will come up here and say, look at this nonsense. Me as a woman listening to this sound crazy. You want a man. You want a man, okay? So I'm supposed to come out here, take heed, you want a man. Say, it's me, I want a man, okay? God forbid, I gotta stop using myself in these scenarios. Whew. But you want a man, and so you come out, acting crazy, okay? You come out and acting crazy. And then you think you're supposed to get a good man, okay? One thing that I gotta say about myself when I was younger, okay, I'm not looking for no man now, but when I was younger, okay, I always had this nice demeanor. The big butt girls and the smile always got that nice demeanor. You can't tell that she a demon yet, okay? So I always had that, okay? So that helped me get along for a good period of time, okay? My representative would sit right at the forefront for like 6 months. That's how I was able to get my husband. I'm not gonna lie to you, that big butt and a smile will drive a man crazy. Okay? And my representative sat there for 6 months. And she was like, I'm going to wait until he fall in love with you and then I'm going to leave. Okay? So now, when my representative was like, time up, because we had a heated argument. Okay? So my representative was like, time up, he love you, so I'm going to let it go. I called my happy ass getting nasty with him, but I didn't know that this man was a problem. Okay? I didn't know this man was my teacher. Okay? So as me snapping and getting, and waving my head and snapping my fingers and telling him, you ain't gonna tell me, and I'm gonna tell you, like, Messi show be doing that. You ain't gonna tell me, I ain't gonna tell you. This is true. Black women use this. So I had told him all this and this and that, and this is the first time I saw my king pull his glasses down, and he went like this. It's like, oh, I see what's going on. He said, oh, so you've been like this all the while. And I said, what you mean I've been like this all the while? He said, oh. He was like, sit down. Sit down. We're going to talk about this. Sit down. I was like, you ain't going to tell me you ain't my daddy, this and that. And my king said to me, oh, so I'm not your daddy now. I'm not your daddy now? Huh? And we had a long conversation. That thing was nasty, y'all. And one thing I love about my king, he doesn't scream or curse sometimes, but he don't act crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he'll dog walk you. He'll dog walk you. He'll dog walk you reading a book, and he got his glasses down. He'll dog walk you, okay? And he make you sit right next to him while he dog walking you. I always hate that. You know what I'm saying? I always hate that. That's why I try to avoid all that stuff. Like, whatever you want me, I'ma do it. Okay? So I ain't got to sit down and have a conversation. Okay? Only conversation I want to know is, can I lay on you? You know what I'm saying? Can I lay on you? Because I done got used to it. You know what I'm saying? But my king was a whole force. I thought I was a hurricane and a tornado. This man was something else that God created from heaven. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I was terrified. You know what I'm saying? And he's nice. He's a nice man. Very nice. But my king a dog walker. He be calm and shit. You got to watch those brothers that's calm. They'll dog walk you. Okay? They'll dog walk you. So now, the big butt and the smile, that's what I thought would work for me. And it did, because I was able to get him. Okay? But then when my representative had to unleash me, okay, my king was like, oh, I see now. He pulled his glass. I was in trouble. Let's continue. Let's continue the nonsense. Oh, my God. Here we go. Honey. Here we go.
This is what you do, and I'm here to collect what I'm supposed to collect. Does that make sense?
I'm here to collect what I'm supposed to collect.
What you gonna get? Well, you think I'm going to give me a bonus from the way I'm acting? From the way I'm acting?
Yes, you are.
I'm not being woman-like.
No.
I mean, it's not even about judgment, right? Because if I'm thinking of, listen, let me tell y'all something. In my real life, I have quality men that I can never introduce you to. I mean, I cannot do it. Like, I cannot present you to men who I know do very well, who are seeking serious relationships. I cannot bring you to those type of men. So I'm trying to educate you. If you want to just be a highlight, that's one thing. But if you want to be serious, you're going to have to switch up your presentation to attract a different type of guy. That's what I'm saying. You can be you.
But Kendra, we are one and the same, though.
How are we one and the same?
Because
now this the part she come for Kendra. Okay, this the part she come for Kendra. Like, how you go on somebody's show and disgrace them? Let's continue. Here we go. Well, she thought she did. She thought she was disgracing her. Here we go.
I've seen you publicly turn up and be a little bit out there, but you're, you know what it is? You're a clean looking woman. So you carry yourself to a certain standard, but you still have that thing in you that makes you be you. Why I can't do the same? Because I didn't come up here with a bunch of curls.
Well, let me jump in. I definitely have a ghetto side. I have a proud ghetto side. A lot of times, though, my ghetto side is a reaction to when I got to turn up. So I would definitely agree to that. But this is your first presentation.
there's no need for you to go off. Now, had you went off, that's
What's
different.
up, baby?
But you came out this way. It's not a reaction.
Okay.
This is just the way you're presenting yourself.
It's okay.
So I'm going to give it to you. You're absolutely right. I cuss people out all the time.
Yes.
And I go very, very low. When it is time.
So it's not time for me to do it, is what you're saying.
Well, it's your first presentation of putting yourself
My
out there for
second.
Well, I don't remember the first.
Oh.
You want a man and you acting up like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the representative at? Okay, Brittany, what's up, baby? Don't worry, it's okay. We still talking mess in here. Okay, you want a man, but your representative, where's the representative at? But now I find out why the representative is not there. Okay, and y'all gonna find out too. You're going to find out why the representative is not there. Because the representative can't come when you're doing something. Check this out. Here we go.
You know, so, but either way, I just wanted to enlighten you because I don't know if you're being serious or if you're, because it could be two things. You could be just trying to be funny. And that's what it is.
I don't play with the way I present myself on the internet at all.
Okay.
But I just try to be me, and that's it. And sometimes me is not me, and then me is me. But what I will do is if I get the chance again to come back a pair.
No, you get 2 times. So let's finish this one out. So you did what you want. What did you know? We did your deal breakers, which is no bump ass N words, correct?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Am I allowed to curse up here?
Listen, you are allowed to be you. So what I'm trying to tell you is
can I go? Can I talk?
Sugar, hold on real quick. You can be you.
You hear her? Now Kendra trying to talk to us. She's like, okay, so can I talk? Can I talk? Like, what kind of nonsense? Let's continue, y'all.
You can't get mad if you being you attracts a certain guy. That's all I'm saying. But you can absolutely be you.
But Kendra, I feel like that being a strong, outspoken woman should not deter certain men from you. I feel like if a man,
I think
that's not strong. A strong, outspoken woman, that's not strong. Sometimes I want to share something with y'all, my sisters, and I want you to use this and understand this in marriage. Sometimes you could be a strong woman when you go like this. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? You could be a strong woman and go like this. That makes you strong. But we as black women, we get out here, we believe being loud and wrong is strong. You hear what I'm saying? Sometimes we will get out here and we be loud and wrong and we think that's strong. It's okay to admit when you don't know something. It's okay when you can admit when you don't understand. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. We got to get out of that whole thing when we believe we know everything. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that. And I'm going to share something with you. A lot of us will never learn it. You want to know why? Because we out here talking about I'm independent. I don't need no man. And the teacher that you need to teach you that is a man. A man needs to teach you this. When you have missed out on the teaching of your father, you need a man that needs to teach you this. And he got to start from scratch. Boom. My king had to start from scratch. I feel bad for this man. I feel bad for this man. Sometimes I cry, okay, as I bite him sometimes. I feel bad for him, okay? I feel bad for him because he had to start from scratch because I had a weekend daddy. So he had to start from scratch and bring me up to what you see today, okay? Now, I know I'm a problem, but I'm a problem for him, okay? And I don't go out there and embarrass him in front of people. So I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He has taught me well. But I still feel bad for him because I'm a problem. Now, let's continue with this nonsense. Here we go.
A lot of pushback on that, but for the type of men that y'all want in these salary ranges, unless you're going for a rapper, right? Somebody that lives that life. But if y'all want these, well-decorum men that make a certain amount of money, it It does matter. And a lot of times those men just want a woman to get along with their plan. They're not really trying to negotiate that. But those are the men y'all say y'all want. So
I'm gonna tone it down.
Let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. So we did your deal breakers. Should the guys look a certain way?
Yes. I would love a man taller than me. Somebody in my area that I can date, and somebody that can.
Now I gotta stop her for a minute because Melissa, you put something in here. You said women are emotional, and that's just how it is. We need strong and caring men to balance us. Now I'm gonna share something with you. Strong and caring man. That doesn't mean I agree with everything that you say. That doesn't mean that at times I won't tell you shut up. Okay? It doesn't mean at times that I won't say to you, you can't do that. You can't wear that outfit. You can't be with so-and-so. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you get out there and you say, I want a caring, sometimes it, they don't be understanding that part, Melissa. They don't understand that he's the teacher. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna let you do what you want to do. And sometimes, you don't care. No, caring is don't go out there booty butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Caring is don't be around Shamika and Tasha. You know what I'm saying? Caring is don't be out here doing nonsense. That, you know what I'm saying? That's what caring is. You know what I'm saying? I just, we got to get there with that, baby. We got to get there with that. Okay? Okay, I'm just let you know. Okay, Max, I don't know. It says retract. I don't know if you took the $5 back, Max. I don't know. That's what I see. Okay, I don't know. So there's an error going on. All right, Max. Well, thank you for trying to donate. I understand. Okay, let's continue with the foolery. Here we go.
Actually, control me. I need controlling. I'm a little bit.
You want a man that will put you in your place?
Absolutely. A strong man. I would consider him a strong man.
Just out of curiosity, your 2 children's dads, neither one of them were options?
No. They were. Well, one of them, I just found out today that he had another kid. That was a big thing for me. I'm actually
real quick, are you streaming right now?
Hell no. Okay, no. I only got one phone, baby.
Okay, that's what they were telling me in the comment section. Okay, so no. Continue. Why your children's dads are?
I don't stream. I'm not a streamer. Okay. I'm not, I don't do things like that, but I'm not. But
oh, Hunt, I didn't even know you've been married. You've been married 20 years. Oh, wow, baby, that's nice. That's nice. I can't wait to get there. Okay, I can't wait to get there, honey. Congratulations, my dear. Let's continue with the foolery, okay? Because Sister Girl is giving corrections, and she thinks she sound good. Let's continue. Here we go.
Found out he had another child today, which it did break my heart.
Which child's father is this?
The oldest
12. One. Okay.
The 12.
Oh,
girl. You mean?
I wrote it down. Mm-hmm. You said a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old.
12 and 7.
Okay, yes. 12, yes. So I just found out today that he had an older a son that he produced without my knowledge.
Now, she confused Kendra with this part. Max, I see what you gave me, Max. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know what happened, Max, because the other time it retracts something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you gave me 5 twice. I don't understand it. Okay. Max says, don't no good man want the loudmouth chick. The only reason Pookie and Rere want her is for the VJJ, and it ain't worth it. Okay, so he trying to make it clean. Okay, so the man only want her, Pookie and Rere only want her for, is it recreational use you trying to say, or just that pussy? Because you could have just said that. We in the ghetto part of the portion, okay? You could have said pussy. We in the ghetto part of the portion. Let's continue, y'all. Thank you, Max. I appreciate you, baby, for the $5 super chat. Brittany, stop laughing, Brittany.
I feel like he owed me the respect to tell me at least. And it did make me upset, but I would want a man around me to understand what I feel. Like, just somebody that's like...
Have you guys still been dealing with each other for the last 12 years? No, okay. Now, was your child his only child?
No. He had a son. His son is like 19.
Oh, so you just found out today he has a 19-year-old son?
Yes, so I thought I was the
Melissa,
last
I like
of
what you
the,
said, baby.
but I guess I'm not, and it
How
kind
many
of
kids does he have? Do he have?
just a 19 and my 12-year-old.
So you thought
But
he
now
was only child?
I thought I was the only one.
That
And
doesn't sound right. She's
that threw me off. Kind of threw off my night, and that's probably why I'm a little bit up here and being
Have you been
upset.
drinking? Okay.
A little bit. Just a.
That's why the representative is not there, because she's been drinking. The representative does not come when you're drinking, because the spirit makes you tell the truth. Okay? Them spirit drinks make you tell the truth. Okay? Because some of y'all, you know, when you get those spirits in you, you're ready to, you know, take heed to the message does not support violence. But when those spirits get in you, you ready to fight. Okay? And some of y'all, when those spirits get in you, you ready to make love. Okay? You ready to fuck, but it gotta be crazy, because you ready to fuck in the living room, on the bar, in the shower. You know, you going crazy, because that's the spirit got you. Okay, you already fresh in the pants, so the spirit got you. I have been led there many times. Okay, that's why I don't be getting them spirits. My king, watch when if I'm in the house and we together, then the spirit is okay, but it's like a little bit. But when we go out, I can't have no spirit, because I be on my husband. Like, I be like physically on him. You know what I'm saying? We went to a New Year celebration. Okay? This is around my husband people. Okay? We went to a New Year celebration. Okay? And one of the sisters there gave me like something, you know, hard to drink. It was just Bacardi. Bacardi is a problem for me. Bacardi and Coke is a problem for me. But my happy ass, you know, I sniff it. I'm just like a little, you know. And so I bring it over to my king. My king said, "Who gave you that?" I said, she gave it. You know, you sound like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Oh, she gave it to me." He said, "Okay." He like, "Sit down. Just go sit down." And he looked at me. He started laughing. He said, "Go sit down." He pulled his glasses down. So I go sit down. Y'all, I got this skirt on. Okay? I got this skirt on, but it's like body tight. Okay? And I got these little riding boots on. You know what I'm saying? My king was up there at the bar, because they got like a whole bar down in the basement. So it was a New Year's party, and we was in the basement, but the basement is furnished. Most African people who have basements, they're furnished. Okay, really nice and everything. So we're down there, and my king is sitting at the bar, and he talking to men and stuff like that. So I walk up and I start like biting on him, and he already knew. Like, he told me like, "Go sit down." So now the brothers around him is laughing, and they like, "What's wrong with your wife?" He's like, "She gets like that. Like when she drinks something, she get like that. Don't worry, go sit down. Let me share something with y'all. I didn't embarrass him. I didn't embarrass him. I did not embarrass my husband. Nobody would get in here and laugh at me. I did not embarrass him. Okay." But I did some questionable things. I did some questionable things, because, you know, when you kiss your husband, you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? I was tonguing this man down, like in front of everybody. And my husband was looking at me like he telling me to stop, like tapping me on my behind and everything. And I was listening. Okay? So that's why, you know, take heed. Don't laugh at me. Don't be laughing at me. That's why I take heed. Don't be getting it in with that Bacardi. Now, I'll get me some, like, you know, something soft. Something soft, I'm going to act right. Okay? Something soft. Okay? But if I drink too much of something soft, I'm going to act crazy. So that's why I don't, you know, my king don't, no. Let's continue. So that's why her representative was not there. You know what I'm saying? Her representative was not there because she was drinking. Y'all don't be laughing at me. Don't get in here and act like that shit ain't never happened to none of y'all. All y'all wives in here, don't get in here and act like ain't none of that ever happened to you. Okay? That's right, Sister 1973. That's right, Bacardi, bring that party. It does. It does. Bacardi is a problem. Okay? Okay, that's right. Now, Brittany said I'm proud of it too, damn it. That's right, Brittany. But my king was not playing. Oh, my God. And then I'm going to share something with you. When we got home, it was crazy. It was wild. And he had to turn up Marvin Gaye like real loud. Like it was not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just I have been here. I have been here many times, okay? Many times when I drink Bacardi. That's why when I go out now and we go out to a party or something like that, he quickly tell them, don't give her nothing to drink. She's not a drinker. That's what he says. He tried to say it so nice. She's not a drinker. Okay? She's not a drinker, you know? And I sit there and I look at him and he tapped me on my leg. He says, behave. I said, okay. I'm behaving. Okay? Listen, don't laugh at me because I act like a kid around my husband. My husband love me, shit. I don't know. Okay? Now, I sat there, okay? And I behave. Don't give me nothing crazy. My king will tell you, no, she doesn't drink. You know, he got his glasses on. You got to see how my king. I'm about to mess it up. How my king just talked with his glasses on. She's not a drinker. You know, she's not a drinker. You know, that's what he says. And his friends look at him, say, oh, she doesn't. No, she doesn't drink. She's not like that. You know, And I just sit there. Okay, that's why I don't drink nothing crazy. Now let's continue. Let me get out of my nonsense. Let's continue.
That's the pain.
Okay, but that relationship been over for years, right?
Yeah, but he just sent me a D pic, Kendra. Well,
hold on, real quick. This is why sometimes people don't want to deal with people with children because baby daddy is still
baby daddy wanted to pull up. We have not dealt with each other for months. So
months? Your child's 12.
Years.
Months or years?
This is why I tell y'all about those boundaries with the baby daddy, because she's still screwing the baby daddy, that oldest child. The child is 12 years old. She's still screwing that baby daddy. She said the baby daddy sent her a pic of his dick, okay? Took a picture of his dick and sent it to her, okay? Okay, he telling her, this is your lunch. Come get this dick. You know what I'm saying? So now, this is the uncomfortable truth. She's screwing the baby daddy. This is why she was mad about him having another child recently. He got the baby is a newborn baby. That's why she upset with him, because she been screwing him. Okay, and that's why if you gonna mess with a baby mama, and this is what I say to my sisters, if you gonna bring a man into this situation, it has to be some boundaries. You have to do some boundaries with this baby daddy. Y'all is not supposed to be cool like that. Respectfully, yes. But y'all ain't supposed to be chilling with each other. You ain't be going to his house. Y'all partying together. All this nonsense. Because you know what it leads to? Y'all used to fuck before. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. You used to fuck before. It's going to happen again. Let's continue. Here we go.
A little bit of both, girl. But no, listen to me. So, you know, you don't put a timeline on when you talk to somebody. So, I didn't put a timeline on it.
You don't have a timeline. You have a lifetime connection. You have a child.
Exactly. But he put himself out there, and he put himself out there for real a couple weeks ago. And he sent me a D pic. Okay. So, and I was like, okay, you know what? We back good. And today's actually my daughter's 12th birthday. That's why I'm sipping, because we was partying. My family came here, so we had a few drinks and stuff like that. And I found out because I'm talking to him, and I'm like, you know what? And that's why I trust my gut. My gut is nothing to be played with. I'm like, you got a baby on the way? He's like, who told you that? I'm like, somebody told me. He's like, yeah, I do. He's like, actually, the baby was born already. And that kind of messed up my, you know,
does he have a new child or the 19-year-old?
A new child.
Okay. So, girl, you're not telling the story appropriate.
Okay.
So you said he had So you told us he had a 19-year-old.
He has a 19-year-old.
12-year-old.
Mm-hmm. So the 19-year-old is his son.
Well,
the 12-year-old is my daughter.
But you said that you found out about the 19-year-old today. That's not who you found out about.
No, the baby is months old.
Okay, that's why I was trying to get, because I was going to say, why are you mad about a 19-year-old child? So he recently had so this makes sense. So how old is the newborn baby?
He's not telling me how old the baby is. He just said I had a baby.
Okay, so now make sense. And how you guys got back to dealing with each other?
Well, he sent me a D pic a few months ago.
So deal with each other after the D pic?
So because he sent you a D pic, that mean y'all supposed to get back together? Or does that just mean he wants some pussy? Which one is that? Because if you get a D pic, I have never got a D pic before. Oh my God. I don't even listen. But you getting a D pic, does that mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm confused. Okay? You getting a D pic, that mean y'all in a relationship? Okay? Max said, I'm glad she telling all the tea so we know to stay away from her. That's right. Max, you supposed to say stay away from her ass because I don't understand. I'm confused. So the D pic, okay? The D pic mean y'all back together? Let's continue. Here we go.
We were supposed to meet up for my daughter's birthday.
Okay.
Because he was supposed to pull up for my daughter's birthday and just, you know.
This is messy. Okay, so how we got here, because I was just trying to figure out why you couldn't be in a relationship with your 12-year-old dad or the 7-year-old dad. What about
That's why.
What about the 7-year-old dad?
He's not involved.
Okay, all right. So, shouldn't the man look a certain way? I'm not sure if I asked you that question.
I think as long as he's taller than me.
How tall are you?
And I'm 5'9".
Okay.
I'm a tall girl. I'm a thick girl. I did the Kendrick Cam. I did that before.
You're gonna do it again?
Girl, for real?
But we didn't get there yet. Yeah, okay. You gotta do it again. So be taller than you, 5'9". What about money? Should you make a certain amount of money?
No.
Okay.
We can make it work.
You can make it work. Let's do the Kendrick Cam.
Oh God, Kendra, I have on a nasty t-shirt. Can I change my shirt?
Go ahead.
Why y'all be calling into Kendra, right? And you not dressed. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit the link, but you not dressed. Why do y'all do that? If you go in there to look for a man, I'm gonna put my best outfit on in my closet. Okay? I'm gonna act like I was going somewhere special. Okay? With heels on and everything. I'm gonna be looking good. Okay? A bra on too and everything, because some of y'all come up there with no bra on. Okay, y'all got your titties just laying down and stuff like that. I don't know that part. You know what I'm saying? Because as a big woman, your breasts got to sit up. You know what I'm saying? Your breasts is supposed to sit up, stand at attention. Okay? Supposed to stand at attention. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Do I believe in women showing cleavage? I do, because I'm fresh with that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my king will tell me it's too much, baby. You know. You got those big, you know, they too much. Don't show too much, you know. But I'm fresh with mine. If I wasn't married, baby, I'm too much, okay? Because my king has calmed down my dressing a lot. You know what I'm saying? But and I still have like little stuff, but I don't wear it outside because my king like, oh hell no. So sometimes I wear it, you know, on my show. Y'all don't see it, but like right now, I got some shit that'll make you blow your mind right now, but I got this jacket covering it. Okay? But anyway, my thing is that y'all be coming up there looking ratchet, but you looking for a man. You know? Like you looking for a man, like you looking crazy. You know? You looking for a man, but you looking crazy. Which one? She said, I got to change my shirt. Okay? I got to change my shirt. Hey, John, what's up, baby? Melissa, you doing the most today, Melissa. Because they blocking everything you saying, honey. You doing the most, baby. Okay? Melissa starting trouble. Baby. Okay? Now, listen. Wait a minute now. Okay? Listen now. Oh, my God. Let's continue. Here we go. Renee, what's up, baby?
Y'all be having every excuse in the world when it be time for the Kendrick.
No, Kendrick, this is real shit though. Like,
I mean, it always happens. Y'all got every excuse in the world when it be time for the Kendrick Cam.
I'm just gonna throw in the shirt because we all big.
She changed her shirt. She said we all big.
We're the leftovers, Kendra.
Who's the leftovers?
We're the leftovers, and
you hear her? She put Kendra in that whole thing. She's like, yeah, Kendra, we're the leftovers. So now she done came for Kendra twice, okay? And I'm surprised Kendra ain't dropped that hammer on her, but she gonna let her continue. Watch this. Here we go.
I read an article.
Who's the we? Who's the we?
They said that anybody above the age of 30 are leftovers.
Honey, I'm not leftover or nothing. I'm a specialty. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to be kind. Now I let the earlier comparison slide. If you want to talk about your life, that is your business. But stop acting like we wanted to say, now it's going to sound cocky, but I'm going to have to be cocky for a second.
Oh, I thought you was
I'm not talking about you. You got the first one off. You ain't getting the second one off.
Ooh.
Who you talking to me?
Talking to you.
Oh,
Exactly you. Sugar, Cherry, New Jersey. I'm talking to you. That's who's on the phone, right?
It's Cherry Hill, baby.
Well, whatever. It's the girl on the screen. That's what I'm talking to.
You talking to me?
Exactly. Sure I am.
I'm surprised she.
Oh, you got a nasty attitude. What's up with you?
I'm reflecting you. You want to do the Kendrick cam or not?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, then do the Kendrick cam.
All right, bet.
Yeah, all right.
I can't make none of y'all niggas happy on here though. Let me put the phone down. Can you hear me?
Oh my God.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay. We see you, girl. We can see your legs.
Yeah, well, I'm a regular bitch.
Say, I'm a regular bitch.
Okay. Sugar, when was your last relationship, honey?
A few years ago. That was with my baby father.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
Probably like 6 months ago.
Okay.
Oh my
3 flaws. We gotta see your face. 3 flaws you have to work on.
The way I talk to people.
Okay.
I have a big problem with authority.
Okay, we see that.
I would say my time.
She said my time.
I don't have a lot of time to deal with people, but I want to. And my third one, I would say, is my habits of being in my soft girl era. I'm not there yet, but I still want to settle down. And my lips being dry.
All right.
What the fuck?
Oh, wait, I think I got it. What's the age range you want to date?
I'm going all the way to 90. I don't give a fuck.
She said
90. You know what? I think did you say that last time?
She said 90.
Why would you say the 90-year-old man?
Because I feel like he's going to leave me with something.
Oh, you want a sugar daddy?
No, it's not that. I just want a man to be in his face and to be able to deal with me. And you be who you are, I'm going to be who I am, and we're going to make it work. That's it. And if you 90 years old.
How you getting dick at 90? Can you fuck at 90? You know what I'm saying? Can somebody jump on you at 90? Wait a minute. Okay, let's continue.
You got something you got a little bit of extra space to pass around. Why not?
Are you talking about money? Because a 90-year-old probably can't have sex anymore.
Oh my God.
Time too. Time is very important when you deal with a man. To me, time is more important than sex. I would deal with a man that has more time than sex. Give me my time with you. We could go zip lining. We could go to the movie theaters.
Melissa, the Golden Girls was fake now. Don't even start that talking about the Golden Girls. That was fake. That was TV, baby. Ask a 90-year-old woman if she still giving away that pussy. I want to know. That's the question. Okay? That's the question, damn it. I want to know if a 90-year-old woman still giving away that pussy. Shit. Okay? I want to know. Is it still good? That's what you know, is it still good? Can you bend? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have some questions, but you can't walk up to no 90-year-old woman and ask that, okay? Because before my grandma passed away, she ain't had nobody, That was the last thing on her mind. She was busy doing her own stuff, okay? And my grandmother was very outspoken. She was busy doing her own stuff, so she ain't had no man. So I don't know, is it that like you 70-something and you stop? Okay? Because I'm a Scorpio, gang. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want to know. Okay? I want to know. Now let's continue. Here we go.
Stay in. Give me the time. Sex is nothing. I don't come. I don't.
Somebody lying. Somebody
Got 2
lying.
kids and you never.
She said I don't come.
Never.
Never.
All right now.
So sex.
I'm sorry
so
for you.
You can be with a man and not have
I feel
sex. at all.
sorry for you, baby.
Absolutely.
And be faithful.
Absolutely.
Could he sleep with somebody else?
Yes.
Oh.
She said he could sleep with somebody else.
Yeah, he can.
Okay. And the last question is, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I am a time. Okay, I'm a time. And a time in more ways than one.
I'm confused.
I'm talking about, I know how to turn it up and turn it down. I know when it's time to be a lady, even though I might not present myself like that tonight, but I know how to turn it up, turn it down, and just be a great vibe. And I'm working on that too. So you're going to be able to enjoy the journey with me. And we're going to be good.
And you'll be good. All right, let's do it. Sugar, City B and she.
Okay, so she said that she has never come before. She has never come before. That's what she said. Okay? Now, I'm going to share something with you. I feel sorry for you. I do. Okay? That's probably why you got that attitude, that Jersey attitude. You have never come before. That might be your problem. That might be your problem. Okay? Now, this is no hate to none of my sisters in the chat. I love all of you. Okay? No matter what color you are, I love you all. Okay? But if a man has never hit that bottom before, he hit that bottom, okay, and you cry, okay, then you ain't fucking right, okay? If a man has never hit that bottom and you crying, okay, all right? I ain't say it gotta happen all the time. But if it happened one time in your life with this man, okay, you gonna cling to this man, okay? You gonna cling to him, okay? I just want you to know that, okay? Okay, I'm not telling on myself. Okay? But if a man has never hit that bottom and you cry at the same time, you hit that. Now, it's not cry from pain. It's like tears of joy and shit. If you have never hit, you know what I'm saying? You're in trouble, okay? So she sat up there and said she has never come. I feel bad for you. Okay, I do. But my sisters, if you have never, he dropped that hammer, boom, and you just, you tearing up and stuff. I didn't say it was pain. I said it was good. You know what I'm saying? You grabbing for shit that's not there, okay? If you have never experienced this right here, okay, I'm sorry, okay? Okay, I'm sorry, okay? Okay, I'm sorry, okay? Now, let's continue with this nonsense right here that she's speaking, okay? Because she said, I have never came before, okay? Let's continue. Here we go.
New Jersey. No, okay. So we got Sugar, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, mom of 2 kids. Do you want more kids?
Yes.
Yes. Could the guy have kids already?
I would prefer that he does.
Okay. So mom of 2, she works in insurance, 34, Aquarius. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
Not yet.
So you was here, you said you was on the show before, right?
I downloaded it, but I owe Apple money.
So the download the app is free.
No. Oh, when you owe Apple money, they don't let you download shit.
Oh, and then notice. Okay.
Yeah, so I had my whole family on my plan, and they started downloading a bunch of shit, and I have to pay them like $100 and something. So
I'm confused.
Okay. Well, when you take care of your Apple bill, go to the Apple store, type in Kendra G Singles, and download the dating app.
She said, Kendra.
But Kendra, can I ask you a question?
She said no.
Nah, we good. All right. Next up.
That's right.
Let me tell y'all something.
Drop your ass like that.
I'm only a gangster when I have to be, but let me tell you this. Respect is a requirement.
All right now.
Respect is a requirement. Now, a lot of y'all cousins, and I call y'all my cousins, but sometimes y'all get a little too comfortable.
They do.
Like you blood cousins.
Disrespectful.
And That's the only thing I don't like about this show because y'all get a little too comfortable and being disrespectful.
Y'all do.
Now, I told y'all all the time, I'm gonna sit here, I'm a bougie ass girl. I live in Beverly Hills, California. I worked very hard for the life that I have. But I will cuss your ass out at any given moment.
Your ass out.
Okay? And the bottom line is respect is a requirement.
All right now.
It is a requirement. So if you're calling here to find love, that is the reason you call here.
Oh my God.
No other reason to call me if you're not looking for love.
All right now.
And that's just that.
And that's just that.
Oh, no.
Shout out to Kendra G. Content is always fire, honey. Okay? Content is always fire. Shout out to Kendra. Okay? These women she meet be off the wall, honey. The women that she meet on her show be off the wall, y'all. She said, I don't come, okay? She said, I was shocked my baby father had a baby, okay? So then she mentioned a 19-year-old. I don't know why she did that, okay? So she made it seem like the baby daddy was hiding this 19-year-old somewhere, okay? Now she finds out that he had a newborn baby. You got a 19-year-old and you got a 12-year-old and now a newborn baby, okay? And so she said, he sent me a pic of his dick, okay? So what does that mean? We in a relationship now, okay? We in a relationship. You don't have his last name. He ain't give you no wedding ring. And this man sent you a picture of his dick. And so you think, oh yeah, well, you know, we in something. You stupid. You stupid. Somebody send you a picture of his penis. Now listen to me, my sisters. If your husband send you a picture of his dick, you already know it's gang gang. When he get home, it's war. Okay. Now we understand that part. Okay. And I'm not shaming nobody who husband send them a picture of their dick. I have never got a picture of my husband's dick. But if your husband send you a picture of his dick, that means it's war when he get home. Okay, he send you a picture. He rock hard. He send you a picture. It's your job to make that thing not rock hard no more. Now I know that's nasty. Y'all gonna say, bitch, what? That's your job. Do your job. Okay? Either you're giving head or you're giving him the ass. Now I don't know. Just do your job. Now I know you're gonna say, this bitch, what happened? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Do your job, damn it. Do your job. Okay? Now, this is more nonsense from Kendra G. Okay? This is the next nonsense from Kendra G. Shout out to Kendra G. Okay? Shout out to Kendra G. Okay, here we go. One more time, baby. One more time. One more time. Kendra is doing something, honey. Kendra is doing something over there. But it's too many demons coming on the show. Okay? It's too many demons coming on the show. And this is another one. Okay? This is another demon coming on to the show, damn it. This is another one. Here we go.
Hey. Hi. What's your name, baby?
18 said
My
they
name's
do therapy.
Jessica.
Yes, they do.
Jessica, where you calling me from?
Mobile, Alabama.
Our new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or your Google Play Store and type in Kendra G Singles.
That's right, damn it.
Mobile, Alabama.
Yes.
All right. Okay. How old are you?
I'll be right back.
I'm 30.
30. And what you do for a living?
I'm actually a principal at a school.
Principal, okay. You have any children?
I do have one. She's 7.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
I have not.
Okay. And so we got Jessica. What's the zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. So we got Jessica, Mobile, Alabama, 30, Sagittarius, principal, mom to a 7-year-old. Never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
I need somebody that's going to provide, that is well-rounded and, everything around the house. I don't want to have to call nobody if, I got a leak, if I need my yard fixed. I just need somebody well-rounded and providing in all things, and that's a follower of Jesus Christ as well.
Okay. What's your deal breakers?
Oh, I can't take no mama boys.
No mama boys?
No Trump supporters. And that's all I can think of at the moment.
Okay. Should you look a certain way?
I feel like I'm over the stage of the way that people look. I'm kind of gearing towards, I like them a little ugly now.
You like them look ugly?
A little ugly. I don't need everybody looking at them.
They call that medium ugly.
Medium ugly, that's it.
They call it medium ugly. Okay, should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes. I need at minimum 6 figures.
So minimum 100K in Mobile, Alabama. That's like a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 figures. So if he made 75K, you couldn't mess with him?
No. I provide a pretty luxurious lifestyle for myself and my child. So anybody coming in matching or below me, it's just not gonna work.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
But if he had 75, that would be 75K in addition to what you already have. So wouldn't that be an increase? Or you're saying you want to meet a man and you don't want to pay no more bills ever again?
The latter. Meet a man and I ain't trying to pay no more.
Was that the dynamic you had with your son's father?
No. I don't feel like that doesn't count though.
How does it not count? You have a whole child by that man.
It doesn't count.
Well, let me say this. Okay, let me say this to you. Maybe to you it doesn't count, but it will count to men. Okay? So I think women, you got to understand the male's perspective. So what you're telling me is and not saying that it's not going to happen, but here's the ask. If a man doesn't make more than you, he's out, right? So if there's a man that doesn't make 6 figures, you won't even give him an opportunity, period. Now, but you had a whole child by a man who didn't make 6 figures, and now you want a 6-figure man to take care of you and your child. So you got to understand the male's mind and how he may say, well, how is that fair? Like, I have to take care of you and your kid, and I make this amount of money, which I have to work to make this amount of money. That doesn't matter to you?
I don't feel like I'm asking somebody on the first date to bring a W-2 to the table. So I wouldn't feel like...
No, you're not, but you're just talking right now. If a man didn't make 6 figures, don't even reach out to you. So at the door, you're not giving a man a shot if he doesn't make more than 100K. And I think, and I'm not saying that you won't get this man, but you already X'd out men who basically, your baby daddy couldn't even meet those requirements, and he got a baby out of it.
Right. We live and learn, but I see what you're saying.
Ooh, child, you the principal too. Let's keep going. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
But I know y'all heard the part when she said she want him to take care of her and her daughter, okay? Her and her daughter. I want this man to take care of me and my daughter. This is the nonsense, okay? That they believe that this makes sense. That's why I say y'all pretty girls have messed it up for the average looking women like me, okay? Y'all pretty girls have messed it up for the average looking woman like me, okay? Because what happens is that y'all got us believing that we supposed to have all this type of stuff, okay? That we were, we need a man to have all this nonsense, okay? And for him to be a man of y'all call him a man of substance. And all the stuff that you're requiring for this man to have, that doesn't mean he's going to be a man of substance. It doesn't. And y'all younger ones think that this ish makes sense, okay? And some of y'all in y'all late 30s and 40s, some of y'all 50s, y'all be, y'all don't be living in the right area. I don't know what it is. I don't want to say the right. Oh my God. Some of y'all, just the thought process is a problem. Because y'all would get in here and say, I want a God-fearing man. Y'all will get in here, I want a God-fearing man. and you don't know what a God-fearing man is. Let's continue. Here we go.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit
Wow,
card
it's a commercial. She don't usually have commercials on there. She always got her stuff on there. Here we go.
I'm in my jammies because it's nighttime.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jessica, what's the age range you would date? You're 30.
I would have to say 35 to 55.
Okay. 35 to 55. Could he have kids already?
I prefer not, but one at max.
One at max? Boy, you prefer a man with no kids too?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He gotta make 100.
Okay, so she's a baby mama, and she want this man. She don't want him to have no kids. Let's let Kendra get on it. Let's let Kendra get on it because she's asking for a lot. And when y'all get in here and say you want a God-fearing man, y'all don't understand what that means. A lot of y'all. Anybody, you get in here and be like, I want a God-fearing man. If you ever hear the stories of how Yeshua was, right? Okay. The one that we call, we say his name is Jesus, but his birth name is Yeshua. Okay. I hope I'm saying it correctly. He was an astute type of man. Like, you know, a type of man who don't do nonsense. He was astute. Okay. So when you say God-fearing, you got to understand where that's coming from. When you get in here and you say, you know, because if we going biblically, okay, if we going biblically and we get in here and we say that the Bible says Christ must love you. No, I'm sorry. A husband must love his wife as Christ loved the church. See, some of y'all think that, oh, he's supposed to be always, you know, bending to your will, you know, that he's supposed to let you do all types of nonsense and not call you on it. A lot of y'all think that, okay? A lot of y'all think that nonsense, okay? Sometimes I just put that foundation everywhere. Oh my God. Okay. So a lot of y'all, okay, y'all don't understand what that means. So the husband is supposed, the Bible says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church, right? Okay. So that doesn't mean that the husband is supposed to let you do nonsense. Because even Christ at times went in there and flipped over tables. Okay? Okay? When Christ seen nonsense, what'd he do? No, you got to go. This is foolish. No, you got to get this. This is nonsense. Christ went up there and did what he had to do. Okay? That's the uncomfortable truth. 1,000 watts radio for the $5 super chat. I see you, baby. Take heed to the message. Abang Awa has a really grind spirit. Keep the work, sister. You know what? I ain't mean to go on this long, but the video is so good, so I gotta finish it. That's why. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We're gonna get to the music. Give me a minute. Let me just finish this out. Okay, y'all? Thank you so much. Let's get to it.
Provide for you and your 7-year-old, and he should also not have kids.
Oh my God.
Correct.
Why would that man do that?
I just like the person next to me is going to provide for me and my child, and it's going to be about us as a unit and not anything outside of it.
Oh my.
Well, yeah, that was the child's father's job to do that.
Now she right about that.
That was the deal you're supposed to make with him. So now you're asking a man who never had a kid to make that deal with you, and you're saying if he had a kid, you wouldn't even do in return.
Preference wise, I wouldn't want nobody that had a child. I mean, if they got a child, okay. But preference wise, perfect, ideal, I wouldn't want nobody that had a child.
Can you explain to me why you don't want a man with a child?
I feel like that would come with too much drama.
So you wouldn't date yourself?
No.
Well,
she said, so you wouldn't date yourself. She said no. Now I'm gonna share something with you. I can't blame her for that. I can't blame her for that because I think the same way myself. Like if they, somebody asked me at work one time, we were laughing and joking, and he asked all the women at the job, like, would you date yourself? And I said, hell no. I wouldn't date me. I would not. That big button and smile, I might smash a couple of times, but I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't date me. I was a problem. Okay, I was a problem. Okay, but that's why, this is why I talk about my king so highly, because he was like, I'm gonna hit that, and I'm still going. I'm gonna hit that, and I'm gonna marry her. I'm gonna marry your ass. I'm gonna break you because you doing nonsense. So shout out to my king, because if he ain't take time, I'll be out here like some of these bitches, lost and shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, okay, listen. Okay, Max said the pH levels are messed up. LOL. Now, Max, you wrong. Max, you wrong. Okay? Sister 1973 said, now I gotta put my valuable 2 cents in the pot. Go ahead, baby. Thank you. 1973. Baby, your thoughts and your comments are always valuable to me. Every last one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Okay? I appreciate y'all. Let's continue with the foolery. Here we go. Oh my God.
There you have it. I don't have it. At least she's aware. She doesn't want her. Opposite of her. She would not date herself. So if there's a man that's willing to date her, even though she wouldn't date herself, she wants you to date her. Do you understand how that sounds, Jessica?
It sound crazy.
How does that sound to you?
It sound crazy.
Like literally, let's have girl talk. Let's have girl talk.
It sound crazy.
Help me understand how that makes sense to you. If you literally wouldn't make the deal you're asking another person to make, how does that make sense?
If you're asking ideally what I want, it's just what I want. And if I can't get what I want, then I'll just be by myself.
I understand that, but still help me answer this question directly. How does it make sense to ask a man to accept?
Now, like I said earlier, now Kendra G understand what the Godfather was going through, because this right here, this is stupid. Okay? This right here is stupid. You want this man to make over 6 figures, okay? I think she said 6 figures. You don't want him to have any children. And you want him to raise your baby. You want him to take care of you and that baby. This is stupid. Okay? Okay? Miss Straight Up, No Chaser said, and she's the principal of a school. That had shocked me right there. I said, damn. And you somebody, you oversee other people, and you talking like that. Oh my God. Let's continue. Oh my God.
That you would not accept yourself.
It's just what I want. I mean, I don't have no other answer for you.
No, you're a principal. You are educated. You don't get to a principal about being educated. That's a simple, basic answer. I want you to use your thought process right now and really answer this. We're not going to glide over this because you're intelligent. You don't become a principal without being intelligent. I really am trying to understand your mind. It can't just be that's what I want. How do you expect somebody to accept something that you would not accept?
We've got these varicose veins.
And the thing is that she think what she's saying, she think it sound, it makes sense. That's the thing that hurt the most. And I'm gonna share something with you. It's always, and now listen to me. I'm not bashing my sisters. It's good to think that you want to be independent and strong and all those things, but to a percentage. Because sometimes y'all go too far with the I'm strong, and independent, and I don't need no man. And then y'all come with some crazy expectations for a man. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all come with some off the wall stuff that is crazy. And then, it's content for us that y'all come to social media with some crazy stuff. It's content, but it's wild at the same time. Like, damn. And she 30, and you believe this way. You 30, baby, and you believe this way? Can you imagine when she get, some of the women in my chat, can you imagine when she get our age and she's still talking like that? That baby gonna be grown and everything, and she's still talking like that. Oh my God. Whew. And then you know what? And I feel bad for the teachers. My brothers, take heed, want to share something with y'all. I feel bad for y'all. I do. I feel bad for y'all. Okay? And the only why I feel bad for y'all because I can see the nonsense I used to do to my husband. Okay? Well, not do to him because he didn't let me do nonsense, but I can see the nonsense that I was, that nonsense I was bringing. You know what I'm saying? When you learn better, you do better. But the nonsense I was bringing is crazy. Oh my God. Let's continue.
You would not accept.
Just because I am in the predicament that I am in right now, where I have a child, where the father has not done what they're supposed to do allegedly, then that doesn't mean that I can't aspire to have the perfect fairy tale life. I'm still seeking it.
So you want to live in fairy tale? Okay, that's fine. Before I even get to the fairy.
Did she say she want a fairy tale life? She said just because my baby father did not give me the fairy tale life doesn't mean I ain't supposed to seek it. Did I hear that? Did I hear that well? Why would you want a fairy tale life, babe? Why do you think that makes sense? Why would you want a fairy tale life? Let's continue. Oh my God.
You don't think that it's unfair to require a man to take care of your child when if he had a kid, you wouldn't be willing to love on their child?
I'm not saying that I wouldn't be willing to love on their child.
But you said that
correct.
Oh my God.
So you want to have more kids?
I do.
Okay, okay.
She want to have more.
Now back to fairy tale. So if this man never comes along, you're fine with just you and your child for the rest of your life?
I am.
Okay. Did I ask you your last relationship?
No, you didn't.
When was your last relationship, honey?
2 years ago.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When was the last time you was intimate with someone?
2 years ago.
All right. So are you on a celibacy journey?
I am.
Until when?
Until my husband.
Woo! Okay. Just what I thought. Okay, here we go. So we have to make 100K. That's our preference. If he makes less, don't even reach out. Prefers a man with no kids. And he will not have sex with you until your wedding night.
Correct.
I don't think I even did this in 2025. Here's the man, Jessica. This is the only man.
So she has a baby already. Now listen to me. I'm not against being celibate. I'm not. But the reality is that doesn't always happen. Okay? I'm not against being celibate. Okay? I'm not. I don't want nobody to say Take Heed is a true heathen. Yes, she did 1,000 why she drew something. She did that little stick figure. She said, here's your man right here. I'm not against women being celibate. I'm not. It's a good thing, this and that, or whatever. But I want you to understand that it's very rare that a man gonna wait for you to give him that pussy. It's very rare. Okay? It's very rare. If I sit up here and tell you that, every man that you meet gonna wait to get that pussy, is very rare. Okay? It's very rare. But the expectations that she got, that's something else. That's something else. Here we go.
That is going to sign up for that deal. You got the first paper man of 2025.
I'll take it. I mean, ain't none of the like it.
You're going to have to take it. Give me the address because this is the closest you're going to get to the man you just told me about.
Oh, man.
Give me, I can email it. I'll scan it.
Melissa, you started too much trouble in here. Melissa gonna say there's a man that will wait, but you're not gonna find them on the street. Now, wait a minute now, Melissa. Melissa, you doing too much. Oh my God. Sister 1973 says, so she got enough to give it out like a lunch card and then hold it like an inmate in lockup. Now, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Oh my God. Let's continue. Here we go.
Invite me to the wedding.
I'll be waiting on the email.
Listen, I pray. I'm not saying, no, I am saying, if you meet a good man that's willing to love on your child, not a bum, I'm not talking about a bum, no bums, but a man that's willing to love on you and your child, and let's just say he don't make $100K, let's say he has a child himself, you should give that man a chance. Because I think you'll be waiting on this man for the end of time.
Oh my God.
I don't think the man you told me is end of time.
Until then, email me him right there.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, let's have this.
So 1000 Watts Radio gonna say all stick men tend to be Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay? All the stick men tend to be Pookie and Ray Ray. Sometimes when y'all be so, y'all don't be realistic, sometimes you end up on Pookie and Ray Ray lane. Sometimes you end there. And it may not be now, but in your older age, you might be so well off and doing everything and making money, live in a beautiful house and a car and stuff like that. And because you didn't change you just want to take any man. Because sometimes y'all get old and you just take any man. And so now you're dealing with a Pookie and Ray Ray saga, okay, from the soap, okay, from a soap opera, okay, that every time you turn around, you giving him money. He can't keep a job. He done ran it. He done totaled your car. Every car you get, he done got in an accident with the car in your old age. All because you didn't want to take time to change you so that you can attract the right type of man. I think because we have been taught we sugar and spice and everything nice, that we wind up with nonsense, y'all. And I learned that in my 20s, okay? I learned that mess in my 20s, okay? And it was a hard lesson. Let's continue.
Okay.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I am everything that a man wants, but they just got to come correct.
Well, okay, you gotta tell us, what are the everythings a man wants?
I cook, I clean, I am a natural nurturer. It's just a one-stop shop. You don't have to go nowhere.
She clean. Most men can clean.
Okay. We got some paid questions. Do you want the paid questions? Oh, wait, I skipped over some things. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
Oh, being too independent.
Everybody needs this.
Oh my God. She said I cook and I clean. And I'm going to share something with y'all. These things that some of us that we have learned back in the day, this is not enough. It's not enough, When you tell a man I cook and I clean, and even when, a man find out you got good pussy, okay? That doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't help. Even when a man find out you got good pussy, that does not help. Okay? Even if you can cook and clean and all these things like that, and then you got good pussy on top, it doesn't help. Because sometimes you got demons. You got too many demons inside that he got to deal with. Okay? So he'd rather be with someone that got peace. Okay? Maybe her pussy ain't as good as yours, but she got peace. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Yeah. What else? No, you put me on the spot with that one.
You never thought about your 3 flaws?
No.
She don't know about 3 flaws she got.
You're a principal?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like you're responsible for children.
Yes,
A daycare. She's a principal at a daycare center. That's it. I'm telling you. Preschool or something. It cannot be these big kids. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It cannot be these big kids. Let's continue.
supposed to be worried about it and to be worried about my flaws. I'm gonna take it one step at a time in
She
therapy.
said you ain't supposed to be worried
And
about
right now
it.
I am. And right now we working on the one that I just said. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so here's the paid questions. Here we go.
Oh my God. Here's
I'm not
the-
gonna read them all, so stop sending money. Wait, someone said her baby just asked for something to drink and she didn't acknowledge her kid.
She got a Stanley sitting right next to her. She fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, you have a daughter. I said son earlier. Okay.
It's okay.
Hey, girl, how are you, honey?
Delusion is an all-time high, and baby, you're not fine enough to be this picky. Good night.
Good night.
That's nasty. Y'all gonna stop telling her that.
Divine Photos, where has living in La La Land gotten you? No man with any common sense is taking this deal. Know the difference between abstinence and celibate. You are abstinent.
That's nasty.
This one said, delusional AF.
Oh.
Have you ever dated the man of her dreams? Fairy tale. Have you ever dated the man you described?
I have.
What happened with him?
I wasn't ready.
So you met a man, okay,
So she met the man of her dreams, but she wasn't ready. She met the man of her dreams, but she wasn't ready for that man. How many times have I said this to y'all? How many times have I said this? That's nasty, right? Because of your behavior and the way that you act towards men, you will miss this man 4 times. You will miss this man 4 times. A change needs to come. You will miss this man 4 times. Some of y'all be in y'all 40s and 50s and 60s, and you got expectations like this young woman right here. And then y'all continue to fuck around and find out that, Disneyland does, all the Disney characters is not real, okay? Y'all find out that all those princes and stuff, none of that is real, okay? Y'all find that out later. And by the time you find it out, it's too late. Oh my God. Let's continue. We almost done.
6 figures?
Mm-hmm.
He had no kids?
Correct.
He wanted to be with you and not have sex until marriage?
Correct.
When did you meet this man?
That was about 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
You said you've been abstinent for 2 years.
Right.
So 4 years ago, you wasn't abstinent.
Right.
So why did you say yes when I said he would be willing to be for sex? That wasn't your rule then.
That wasn't the same person. You were my biddy. The math ain't mathing.
No, your math's not mathing. You told me.
I know. I just said you in my business. Next question.
I'm in your business because we're trying to. Listen, the truth is easy to tell.
You see how they talk to Kendra? She said to Kendra, next question, because you in my business. Okay? You in my business. This is why, Kendra. Oh my God. This is terrible.
That you met this man and your 3 requirements was make at least 6 figures, no kids, and no sex until you get married. We said, have you ever met this man? You said yes. You said 4 years ago. But you only been celibate for 2 years.
Oh my
so
God.
that 3rd requirement wasn't even there 4 years ago, according to what you told us.
Correct, because the person that I was 4 years ago and the person that I was 2 years ago are not the same one.
What?
Right. So therefore, the answer is you never met a man that was willing to do all 3. If you're going back to that man,
I never had sex with that man.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you date that man?
For about a year and a half.
A year and a half.
So you dated a man for a year and a half and never had sex with him?
Correct.
She lying.
Why did you date him for a year? So, okay, you didn't have sex because you didn't like him?
I'm going to share something with y'all. And Kendra is about to hit it right on the head right now. I ain't get all the way down to this part, but Kendra is about to hit it on the head right now. My sisters, put a 1 in the chat. If the day that you met your husband that you knew you was ready to fuck him, put it in the chat right now. A 1 if you knew the day you met your husband, if you was ready to fuck him the first day that you met him. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know. Melissa said 1. Who else? Hunt said 1. Okay. When you meet, okay, let's talk about it. My sisters, if you meet a man and you know on the first day that you don't want to fuck him, let him go. That means he belongs to somebody else. Okay? That means he's not yours. Okay? Renee said 1. Sister 1973 said, oh, Lord, no, she ain't helped, Lord. Listen. Okay? If you know on the first day you meet this man that you don't want to fuck him, I didn't say go open up the pussy and give it to him. I said that if you know on the first day that you didn't want to fuck him, don't continue. There's nothing there. Even if he got money and all this other stuff and he lived well, do not continue. Just leave it. Okay? Just leave it. Okay? But when you know you want to fuck this man, you want to be under him, okay? You want him to bench press on you. You continue with it because you know there's something there, okay? She was with this man for 1.5 years. They ain't fucked not one time, y'all. They ain't fucked not one time. That's what she said, okay? That means she used this man. This man probably gave her money and stuff, trying to help her. He trying to be nice and stuff, thinking that one day he gonna get the pussy. But she playing him, okay? She playing him. First day I met my king in the laundromat, and I saw him at the wash machine. And don't laugh at my story. Yes, I met my husband at the laundromat, okay? And my husband was putting something. He was putting clothes and everything. And I think it was a quilt. He didn't put the quilt in correctly. And I walked over to him. I said, honey, you can't put the quilt in there like that. It's not going to get clean, okay? Now, did I like him? He was chocolate. I liked him. He was chocolate. Okay? Did I wanted to throw this pussy on him that day? Yes, I did. I was ready. Like, this the platter. Come get this pussy. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? He looks good to me. Okay? He was nice and chocolate. And he had, my husband, he don't have it no more. But when we first met, my king had waves. Like the Caesar. Waves, like nice waves. Dark, like baby dark. He got like baby, like that soft baby hair, He ain't got it no more. He keep that head like bald. You know what I'm saying? He got like a full beard and stuff like that. He looked like a little mean with that full beard, okay? Anyway, I wanted to screw him, okay? I wanted to, okay? And he looked at me. You know how somebody look at you like you look scrumptious? That's how he looked at me. So I was ready. When somebody look at you like you scrumptious, you ready to give the pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be laughing at me. Okay? So something is wrong here. Let's continue. She getting nasty with Kendra. This is how they do. How these heifers do. They get nasty with Kendra. Here we go.
I wouldn't say it wasn't because I didn't like him. I was just trying to see what else was there besides the physical connection.
She lied.
Okay, but here's the deal. 4 years ago, you didn't have sex with him, but you had sex with somebody else because you said your celibacy just began 2 years ago.
She lied.
So as you was dating him, you was sleeping with somebody else?
Correct, because it's called dating. You weren't in a relationship.
Yeah, because you didn't like him. This is what it comes down to. So the man that he was, I don't know what he lacked, but he made 6 figures. Right? You're telling you. Right. I'm going for what you told me. And
I thought you were going down a list. Okay.
No, he made 6 figures. You're saying yes, and he had no kids.
Okay.
Correct.
And while he was dating you for 1.5 years, you was sleeping with another person.
Yes.
What?
Are your credit card payments never?
No. I hear that part. That's why I'm glad I watched this whole video. She says she's dating somebody who was the ideal man for a year and a half, but she was screwing somebody else. That's why I said to y'all that when you meet a man, and I have said this before, Lord, I'm tired. Oh my goodness. Okay. When you meet a man and you know, even though he might be nice and he's caring and he might want to help you and he got money and a car and all that stuff, listen, if you don't have an attraction from him from the first time you meet him, like you not ready to give the pussy. I didn't say fuck him. I didn't say fuck him. But you have to have the understanding that you're willing to give the pussy. If you're willing to give the pussy, then you continue the relationship. You continue the interaction. Okay? But if you know you don't want to get a pussy, you're going to use this man. You're going to use him for his resources and everything, and you're going to mistreat him. You're going to dog walk him. You're going to dog walk him, baby. Let him go. He belongs to somebody else. Somebody else look at him like he's scrumptious. Because I know I looked at my husband like a nice chocolate cake, baby. He looked so good. Okay? So I'm not going to tell y'all how quick I caved in. I'm not going to tell y'all how quick I caved in. Okay? Not going to say that. Okay? Okay? Not going to tell y'all that part right there. Okay? But I'm going to let you know that I wanted him. Okay? I was ready to give the pussy like her. You know? I was ready already. Okay? So she out here screwing somebody else. Okay? She out here screwing somebody else. And she got a man who, this is who she want. This is her ideal man. Okay? Renee said privacy queen. Yes, honey, I got to do privacy. Because mine was terrible. So I can't tell that story. Okay? I can't tell that story. I don't condone you doing it. Okay? I can't tell that story. But it was something else, okay? Honey, let's continue. Okay, here we go.
Never met a man that had all those three that wanted to be with you. So that's a lie.
How is that a lie?
Because you haven't described. You just said this man you was dating, of course he had 6 figures, whatever, but you didn't like that guy because you were sleeping with somebody else.
Straight up, don't change
so
that.
All these things that you had, you didn't like him, so you don't want to have sex with him, so you went to have sex with a guy who did not make 6 figures.
Okay.
Or tell me if I'm wrong. Did the guy you were sleeping with?
You are wrong. Two. I feel like two things.
So the guy that you were sleeping with made 6 figures.
Oh my God.
2 things can be true at the same time.
Just help me. I mean, you know, the guy that you was sleeping with while you was dating the guy you said that had all this stuff, that he made 6 figures.
Crazy.
Yes.
Why couldn't you be with him?
I didn't want to be with him. You can date and more than one thing can be done. Can be true at the same time.
You said it was irrelevant. Why'd you say it was irrelevant?
Because you said asking me the same question.
No, I wasn't. I was asking about the guy that was able.
And you see how they talk to Kendra with so much disrespect. You know, you come to somebody's channel, you looking for a man, and you come with so much disrespect. Now she say she was screwing somebody with the man of her dreams, but she wasn't screwing him. Why not? You already fornicating and shit. You already fucking. Why not screw the man of your dreams that you want? Because you wasn't attracted to him. That's why. This is how a lot of marriages get messed up too, because you just got with this man because it was convenient. Some of y'all marry these men because it's convenient. Oh, he gonna help me raise my children. It's convenient. You know, you don't have no type of attraction to him. You don't love him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all women get up here, y'all be married, okay? And some of y'all wait till those kids get grown. You ain't never had no baby with this man. Some of y'all wait till those kids get grown. After they done got grown, now you divorce the man. All the while the man was thinking that you loved him. That's why I'm saying this is why we got to promote this, my sisters. I didn't say give the pussy, but we got to let them know, like, listen, when you meet this man and there's no attraction, let him go. He's for somebody else. Because maybe you didn't get the attraction, but another sister, okay? Another sister might have the attraction. I didn't say give the pussy that day. I didn't say that. like jump on him, like, huh, get the pussy. I didn't say, you know, give him the pussy that day. Take your time. Don't give the pussy like that, okay? Don't give the pussy like that. Now, I know we acting up today, my sisters. My brothers just came in here, but me and my sisters been acting up, okay? I'm not saying that we supposed to be like, oh, it's, you know, let's do it now. But I'm saying if you have an attraction towards the man, that's a good thing. You can go ahead and see where, you know, what the hell is going on. But when you don't have an attraction, you can use somebody, honey. And that's dangerous. You can use somebody. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
Sex with you while the other guy who dated you for a year and a half couldn't.
Personal preference.
She got an attitude.
What's the address?
Send it over, Kendra.
What is the address, girl? Listen, you got a lot of paid questions. I can't get to all these paid questions, people, but Sam Major said, childish, delusional, selfish.
She is.
You don't get better than your child's father.
She paid $10 to send that? That's crazy.
She said that's crazy.
If one of your students struck a teacher and you asked the student why he did it, would you accept "I don't know" for an answer?
If one of your students.
In a small village nestled near the...
They asking her something so you know, the question is so easy, and she up here she don't know. That's why I said she can't be no principal. She got to be daycare, maybe administrator or something like that. She ain't nobody principal, baby. Young Lion, I see what you put. Thank you, baby. She ain't nobody principal. This heifer up here lying. Oh my God, here we go.
If one of your students. Say that again.
I think it's a riddle. If one of your students struck a teacher and you asked the student why he did it, would you accept "I don't know" for an answer?
It depends. Does the child have needs?
It depends.
Mr. Patrick said, "This mindset is insane to me. They should call her just hilarious because I'm cracking up at the delusion."
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Me too, damn it. He ain't lying.
I think, let me see. Oh, wait, this one says.
Oh my God.
All right, I think we're done with the questions. We did the why would a guy be lucky to be with you? Are you on the dating app, Jess?
I am not. My friend actually put me up to come onto your show. I didn't know you had an app.
Well, you should cut your friend out after.
She lying. She don't know Kendra had an app. Oh my God. Why would you call into Kendra in the first place? Let's continue. I hate when they do that nonsense.
She set you up. She set you up. But that's, you're going to be a highlight. So, I mean, you just pretty much everything I said they're going to say, but it's already good. All right, download the dating app if you want. So let's repeat. Over 6 figures.
Over 6 figures.
No kids is preference.
No
I
kids.
think she'll negotiate that, but the preference is no kids. And no sex until she gets married.
No sex
Correct.
until she gets married.
Add my friend. She's in the waiting room, the one that set me up.
What's the friend in the waiting room? I'm going to go get her right now. What's her name?
Tree.
Trees?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get Trees. Okay. But I don't see her in the waiting room. I don't see Trees. Let me get Kyra first, because I think I told Kyra I was going to get her next. I got a lot of people in the waiting room tonight, but, Trees. Actually, she's up next. Trees? Okay, she's right there. I'll get her right now. Okay.
All right, bye.
By our new Kendra G single.
Her friend is up next. So what does that mean, y'all? They both delusional. What does that mean, damn it? They both delusional. That's what the hell that mean, okay? They both delusional. Oh my God. I feel bad for Kendra. I feel bad for her. Oh my God. These women are too much that come and check out her channel. I'm telling you. Because the expectations that they have about a man is crazy. You know what I'm saying? The expectations you have about men are wild. And this is what happens. Some of y'all will end up with nobody. Some of y'all will end up with nobody. because of the nonsense that y'all do. Some of y'all will end up with nobody because you believe that men fall from the sky. Some of y'all believe that nonsense, that men fall from the sky. Oh my God. And when I hear y'all do this nonsense on social media, and Kendra G is always, and I feel bad for Kendra, cause y'all come on that show, and sometimes, now listen, sometimes the show turns amazing. Like, some of y'all couples get married and stuff like that. But some of y'all just come up here to just do nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all just go up there to do nonsense. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Guys, I had a good time with y'all today. I really did. I enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. Guys, listen. Kendra G is something else. You hear me? Now I know we did our political stuff, okay? But Kendra G, and you know what, I gotta do better with the political stuff, because I gotta stop the cursing in the political stuff, okay? Because the political stuff, I want it to be for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta get better at it. Okay. I wanna be able to talk like this for everybody when I'm getting into the political stuff. Okay. So I gotta do better. That cursing, I gotta get it down. Now, all of y'all had told me that a long time ago. Take heed. You gotta watch your mouth. Okay. And I know it's true. Okay. And the political stuff had brought me a lot of people to my channel, okay? So we'll continue doing the political stuff, but then, okay? But then we're going to go into the ratchet stuff after, okay? Because we got to do corrections. Just because we doing the political, we still got to say, oh, hell no, that shit don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Also, before we go, y'all, I want to share something with y'all. What did y'all think about Kendrick Lamar performance at the Super Bowl? Okay? Okay? What did y'all think about the Kendrick Lamar performance at the Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, the real team said I loved it. Okay. Malik said message. 1000 Watts Radio said I didn't see it. Okay. Let me see. All right, so I'm going to share something with y'all. I loved it too. And it was a message there as well, like Malik said. But everybody else didn't get to enjoy it. Like my brothers and sisters, we got to enjoy it, right? Okay? We got to enjoy it because we saw the messages, right? But everybody else didn't get to enjoy it. Okay? All the other cultures didn't get to enjoy it. See, Kendrick Lamar, and this is the uncomfortable truth I want to tell y'all. Kendrick Lamar music is not universal. He didn't get there yet. His music is not universal. It didn't get there yet. Okay? And I know some of y'all gonna be like, take heed, wait a minute, bitch. No. His music is not universal yet. Okay? And I'm gonna share with you why his music is not universal yet. Do y'all remember one time he had a concert and he invited a young Caucasian boy up onto the stage, right? And so, sometimes Kendrick Lamar have, the words ninja in his music, right? So the young boy was up there rapping and everything like that. And you know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. And then he had said ninja. Matter of fact, it was, it's a part of the song. Kendrick Lamar, did I mess up the name? I'm sorry, y'all. Kendrick Lamar told him to get down. And he pushed the boy down, okay, off the stage. And so that's why I'm saying that his music is not universal yet, where other cultures can enjoy the music. Do you understand? Like most of the time when they get people who do the Super Bowl, everybody enjoys the music, okay? Mostly when you get people who do the Super Bowl, everybody enjoys it. Like, okay, check this out. Dr. Dre, Snoop, and all of them who came up there last time, right? Okay? All of their music is universal. Everybody knows Snoop. Everybody knows Dre, all this stuff like that. So, and the Mary J, I think Mary J was up there too. It was so many people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why. I think that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Okay? That's the whole problem. Yeah, that's the whole issue right there. That's what I think. So the music was, it was good. It was good. He, you know what I'm saying? But mm-mm. Mm-mm. It didn't touch everybody. That's just my little tidbit on it. It didn't touch everybody. Okay? It did not touch everybody. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all, for a minute. I think something happened to the live. I'm trying to see. Because I can't tell if y'all still here or not because my phone, once you start cursing and stuff, YouTube will stop the stream from your phone. So you can only see from your computer. Okay? So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's still up. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Okay. So it's still up. Okay. So that's all I wanted to say. Mm-hmm. Young King said the Samuel Jackson BS. Okay. Okay. It's for the US. Okay. Malik said because it was for the US. Okay. Hunt said I stopped watching TV 3 years ago. Didn't see it. Okay, I understand. I understand. So everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay. You have to swipe away, then back and get back on your phone. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. That's what I did. I swiped on the computer because I'm scared to do that to the phone, Malik. Because then I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to the stream. Much love to you all. Y'all have a wonderful day. I enjoyed myself, my sisters, even though my brothers stayed for a little bit, then they left. But that's how it's supposed to be because we supposed to rock out on our own, okay? So, but thank you to all the brothers who did stay and the brothers who left and then came back. I'm happy. Thank you so much. Thank you for rocking with me today. Thank you for all the donations to my channel. I greatly appreciate it because you didn't have to, but you did. And so I'm thankful for that. Also, if you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmraxfashion.com. Okay? Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. You will see the links in my bio with our family business, ubmraxfashion.com. Okay? Also, if you want to shop merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store if you're interested. Okay? They got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, and baby clothes and YouTube. Okay? Also, if you want to donate outside of YouTube, I have Venmo and Cash App available in my bio too. Okay? Much love to all of y'all. Okay? Thank you for coming to rock with me. Thank you for spending time with me today. Same thing, same thing. I just want to say I appreciate y'all. And God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay? God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow, baby. Okay? All right. And shout out to AI for the culture. Okay, this brother content is amazing. Shout out to this brother. We gonna go out with him right here.